WOHL for rock. It's the Morning Madness. Extra Large with Heidecker, the Shovel and Skunk.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can make me laugh.
Come on!
I like having fun.
Good morning, everybody! All right, let's hear it out there. Let me see them Zoomers. Let me see those YouTubers. Good morning, everybody. It's WOHL Extra Large Edition. 3 hours this morning. We're going to be with you right here, live from Glendale, California. I got the skunk. I got the shovel behind me. Boys, I need you to ramp it up. Come on. I need some big energy in the house. I need to get high. Push me hard. Push me down. Push me down. Come on. Come on. All right. We're rolling now.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
All right.
Show is about to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I'm Tim Heidecker. Welcome to the WOHL Marathon. We are coming to you live from Glendale, California. It's September 17th, 2020, 10:02 a.m. here on the West Coast. Good morning to you, Shovel. What's going on over there in your neck of the woods, brother?
I'm just digging. I'm just digging.
I get that. Where the hell's the music? Come on, push. I don't want any dead air. We don't do dead air on this show, ladies and gentlemen. We rock and we keep it pumping. We love doing it. It is good to be here, Vic. I like to call him Skunk. What's up in your neck of the woods?
Good morning.
Skunk?
I'm very pumped here.
Good morning.
Chugging coffee since the moment I got up.
Hyper caffeinated. Vic is going to have a good time today. The skunk is stanky. Came in spraying hot. Spraying the good stuff. Producer Matt, just off to my left. We got a big show today, Matt. I think you know more than anybody that we've been working on putting this show together now for a couple of weeks. It is good to be back in the OHL studios. Good to be back broadcasting live out there on YouTube. If you're listening at home on the podcast, we thank you for subscribing. We ask you to join patreon.com/office hours live. Oh, we got past 3,000. Now we're looking at something like 4,000, 5,000 patrons by the end of the month. Never seen growth like this before. It's exponential. Let's hear a little AC/DC to get us in the mood.
Music.
Good show for you guys planned. We have, we go through some of the guests today. We've got Mike Love coming up on the show later on. Mike Love, obviously one of the legends of rock and roll. And we're going to be speaking with Donald Trump Jr., son of the president. Obviously a guy that's out there campaigning hard every single day for his dad. And, you know, the guy's, he's a compelling guy. I don't agree with him on everything, but you got to admit the guy knows how to communicate. And he's fiery. He's got a lot of energy going on. I don't know what's behind that.
Creepy shit.
But he's a firebrand. And he cares and everything, but you got to at least admire him.
I mean, he
for
goes
his
out,
spunk.
he gives it all. He gives it all his own. He doesn't stop, and he's up nonstop tweeting, and he's on social media
There he
even when
is.
he's not out in the public eye.
And the guy's
so I admire that, even though I don't always agree with everything.
The guy's an influencer in a big way, and I think we're just getting started to see sort of his political career. I think he's going to have a really robust.
Some people are saying he's going to run for president one day.
Many people are saying that.
WOHL.
Lots going on in the news. Oh, we're going to say we got Mike Love, we got Don Jr. Our old friend Jay Weingarten's going to join us later. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. Of course, we have also the great Neil Hamburger and a couple of surprise guests that you're going to want to stick around for.
Who's that?
We all good? Apparently, we got some YouTube sync issues. Not surprised. All right, so listen, like I said, folks, there's a lot going on in the world. I was looking at the news today. Have you guys seen this? Hurricane Sally down there in Florida. How many Florida fans do we have out there? We got a lot of people down there in the Sunshine State. There we go. Somebody's waving. Florida is experiencing so much rain here from this Hurricane Sally. They said that Sally has dumped 4 months of rain in 4 hours. Can you believe that, folks? 4 months of rain in 4 hours.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
I thought, wow, geez, maybe they should rename it Hurricane Cardi B. That's some wet-ass Florida you got down there, am I right, guys? Some laugh. Speaking of Florida, presidential candidate Joe Biden was caught chilling to some reggaeton down there in Florida. He was playing that hit song Despacito on stage. You guys catch that? You see that, Skunk?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Despacito on his phone.
Nice. He has a little iPhone out. It was a nice moment.
It was kind of a cute moment. It's kind of a nice human moment.
Come on, man.
But I was kind of thinking, geez, I mean, you think knowing the typical age group of the Biden voter, you think he'd be playing Desperado by the Eagles. Eagles, obviously a classic rock boomer favorite. And speaking of Joe Biden, Jim Carrey is set to play the ex-Veep on the upcoming season of SNL. Reached for comment, Biden reportedly said...
Alrighty then.
There you go. Everybody's talking about Tiger King star Carol Baskin joining Dancing with the Stars. Tigers may be endangered, but I feel bad for her dancing partners, right? I mean, they're the ones in danger, just like her husband she murdered. Am I right? Skunk? Shovel?
So she murdered him.
You guys were laughing at these jokes earlier. I don't know what's going on. I tell you what.
Bovine droppings.
Who the hell is going to be her dancing partner? Is it going to be Tony Robbins? We're going to have Baskin and Robbins dancing together. Is that the new sort of dancing partnership that's coming? You got to wonder if she'll be basking in her glory after she wins. I'm just kidding, folks. I'm kidding. I'm having fun. We're following so much stuff going on right now. We're going to have a great show. Please stay with us. We have, obviously, the City of the Day coming up. I want to talk about the Eagles a little bit. Football season is here. I'm so excited about football being back. How many people are just thrilled about football being back? How exciting is this, ladies and gentlemen? We couldn't be happier that the boys in their pads are throwing the ball, the pigskin, and getting TDs and field goals and all the rest. Tackling. And I am so excited. I'm an Eagles guy, and we got week 2 coming up on Sunday. Rams, Eagles. LA versus Philly, kind of a classic matchup there. And listen, we didn't get off to the greatest start. We're 0-1. We lost to the Washington whatevers last week in a late game sort of meltdown from Wentz. But
do they really have to drop their name? They can't use the mascot anymore.
That's all. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get canceled, Vic. So I'm kind of going to go. I'm going to plead the fifth on this one. We also don't want to offend any Eagles either. If any Eagles are swooping by and they happen to hear us talking about them, So, listen, I don't want to get political here. I want to talk football. I like Wentz, but he needs to step up, and he needs to show us on Sunday that he is the leader that we expect him to be. Because this is a ship that is going towards a waterfall of like a Niagara Falls situation, and it needs to change course now. Peterson needs to get the group together in the locker room and tell them that they need to...
Wait a second. Pete Wentz is the coach of the Eagles?
Not Pete Wentz, Carson Wentz.
Fallout boy?
So, Doug, you got all your hopes pinned up on the Chicago Bears, is that right?
That's right. The Monsters of the Midway. That's my team.
Another team that's 0-1, so it'll be interesting to see how they adjust and adapt.
Give him a chance to warm up.
Let's just look at sort of the
Bears
schedule.
Don't come out and win the first game.
Well,
everyone knows that when they win the Super Bowl, they always lose their first game. So this is looking good for the Bears.
Well, let me tell you something. I've never been more scared about the Eagles' offensive line. This is an article from Seamus Clancy in the Philadelphia News. You gotta be concerned about where they are right now. That offensive line is in really serious trouble, and we're going to see how they're going to be tested on Sunday, and we're just going to see if they have what it takes to conquer the season. So I'm rooting for them. We're going to check in on all things Eagles later in the show.
Well, the Bears are coming up against New York this weekend.
There you go. New York Jets or
Giants.
Yeah, that's going to be such an interesting game to watch.
It's going to be an interesting game, Tim.
I can't wait to see how those two teams match up. I mean, that's sort of in the offseason one of the games I was really looking forward to watching, so I'm going to check that out.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get the yardage they need for the win. But our offense is looking pretty strong. It's a young team.
I hear that much.
We got Alex Bars. Do you know, pop quiz, see if you can guess the weight on some of the Bears. I know you like to memorize stats and things.
The weights of the bats.
Alex Bars.
Lineman. I can't. I don't see my chat now, Matt. Sorry, I've got a.
I got you. I'll write you in there. We are coming up on City of the Day.
City of the Day. Yes, thank you.
You know what?
You're interrupting Doug's.
You don't care how much the Bears weigh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
So what am I guessing? The weight.
Let's go with Alex Bars.
Alex Bars. He's at I just looked at this too. 270.
You know what? He gained a few pounds. Now he's 314
That
pounds.
is right.
That's 6'5".
He was 270 last year.
Yeah, Deion
So
Bush. You remember what his weight?
Deion Bush
Can you guess
is-
his weight this season?
120,
Out of Miami?
150. No, not 250.
Oh, you were right last year, but now he's down to 200.
All right. City of the Day is brought to you by. City of the Day, everybody. City of the Day is brought to you by Shack Shake.
Basketball Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal presents a brand new restaurant that's sure to get you jumping for joy. At Shack Shake, every delicious meal is followed by an hour of vigorous shaking on an exercise belt to work off those calories. It's all pain and no gain at Shack Shake. Stop by today and mention WOHL for a free upgrade on your fries with any value meal.
WOHL for rock.
Now, the City of the Day, we have a prediction. There's always a code. There's always a strategy, a plan behind the cities, why we pick them, in what order we pick them. So we have on the phone right now a gentleman named Eric Brightwell who thinks he knows the code. So what we'll do is I have the next city lined up, and I'm going to see if Eric Brightwell can guess the city. Eric, are you on?
I'm here.
Hello, Eric.
Sefa, hi.
Sefa, hi to you.
To own this shit.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty.
Eric,
Yes.
I am ready to hear your prediction. I will move things along. If you get it wrong, you'll be booted from the Zoom. If you get it right, you'll have our undying appreciation, and perhaps Matt will send him some kind of shirt or some bullshit like that.
All right.
Bueller.
Is it Eagle Mountain, Texas?
Eagle Mountain, Texas is correct.
That is
How do you like that? Wow. Out of all the cities in America, Eric Brightwell has shown a bright spotlight on the correct answer. How do you like that? He's one of a kind. Eric, what is the code? Tell us the methodology, your thinking behind making this truly groundbreaking guess.
Well, I noticed that the names of the cities were spelling out the word city of the day, the first letter of each city. So it started with Cahokia, and I don't remember after that, but we were to E. And then I Googled all of the cities and states, and I came up with a list on Dr. Chris Bell's website, a guy that does love portions. And it was always the second city in the alphabet.
The second city, that was the key to the code. It was not the first city, it was the second city. Now, you seem like a sort of a geography buff. You got a big map of something behind you. What's the map behind you?
I do, yes. I make maps.
You make maps? I've never met somebody. You're a cartologist.
A cartographer, yeah.
Make my day.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So why do we need to make maps anymore? Don't we have everything mapped out?
I make them as a record of I write about neighborhood explorations, and then I make them as a record of that. And then some people like them, so I made them public.
How do we find?
We don't need them.
How do you find where these maps exist? This little passion of yours. Where is it? Do you have a website?
If you can go to ericbrightwell.com and you can message me if you can't find them. But there's merch on TeePublic, and Saatchi Art has prints, and they're all over the place.
All righty then. Thank you so much, Eric. Congratulations on the big win. We all appreciate the hard work. We're going to have to mix up the code now. We're going to have to start from scratch. Let's talk quickly about Eagle Mountain. Eagle Mountain, Texas. Eric, do you know anything about Eagle Mountain? Or he's gone? He's still there. Eric?
I Googled it, and I could not find anything interesting.
There you go. I'll tell you, it was created in the early 1930s and it has a surface area of 9,200 acres. The weather right now is rainy in the morning, partly cloudy through the rest of the day. High of 87 and a low of Shovel.
Say hello to my little friend.
I'd say the skunk's
I
gonna
ain't
guess.
talking to you, skunk.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm going to say 89.
High of 87, low of 89. That's your guess. It's a stable climate. No, I'm sorry to report it's a low of 66, Doug. You always got to remember, at night, the temperatures drop dramatically almost everywhere.
Well, I don't know that.
Alrighty then. Let's take a zoomer. Let's talk to the audience. By the way, we have an incredible opportunity for zoomers today. This is so exciting. We have a contest coming up later in the broadcast.
Dilly.
And we will announce it now, Matt. It is the 10th caller today, and that's going to be determined I don't know how.
10th caller at noon.
10th caller at noon will win a free horse. A free horse courtesy of Orson's Horse Farm. And we're really proud and honored to be partnering with Orson's Horse Farm. They provide some of the greatest horses in the West Coast and California area. They've made the commitment to us that they will provide shipping and transportation and whatever it takes to get your free horse. So call in at noon. If you're caller 10, you will receive a free, beautiful horse. More details on that coming up later in the show. It's time now for Skunk's Birthday Spray Out, brought to you by
Bravado Spice.
There you go.
I've been sipping on these margarita mixers over here, and they're very tasty. They got a little tang to them.
Look at this, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do the fucking spot. You hear me? I'll do it.
So I got an entire bladder filled to the brim with birthday wishes, guys. You're going to want to stand back, folks.
Oh, boy.
Time to spray the pissy birthday wishes.
Here it comes, the birthday spray, coming to you, brought to you by Bravado Spice's Undeniably Bold. That's hot stuff. Take it away,
27th
Skunk.
to Josh Foggy of Kentwood. Carrie Fisherman of Portland, Oregon is 32. Fessenmeyer, I messed that name up. Jake Backensad, of Los Angeles is 26 years old today. Congratulations. Very happy birthday to Francois in Paris, Texas. Francois turns 110 today.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold that. You're saying who turned 110?
Francois from Paris, Texas.
Francois from Paris,
Brought to
Texas.
you by Bravado Spice Company.
Bravado Spice Company makes seasonings.
That's hot stuff.
Bravado Spice Company makes seasonings, margarita mixes, and hot sauces. The products are all vegan, all natural, and made in the great state of Texas, Joe Rogan country. By a great group of folks who love food, love spice, and love to laugh and have fun.
Boy.
Guess what, Skunk? 3 lucky birthday boys and girls will be getting the last 3 Bravado Spice Holy Trinity packs. These Trinity packs were wildly popular and sold out in minutes, but the good folks at Bravado saved these last ones to give out on WOHL. They've got our 3 favorite hot sauce flavors, plus a sticker and a magnet. Wow! Everybody go to bravadospice.com and use offer code OfficeHours for 50% off your next order. Take it away, Skunk.
Honest and humble. And that's
Any more birthday?
Man.
Let's all wish a very merry 67th to Fran
I
from
need your
Tamaqua,
energy.
PA.
Up. Come on.
Happy birthday.
Push.
Happy 41st to my sexy baby Lulu from your sugar bear Ralph.
Hey-o.
Oh, Ralphie baby. Let's send out not 1, not 2, but 3 happy birthday wishes to triplets Bobby, Bonnie, and Barney from Atlanta.
Bingo.
And there's a special message here. It's been 54 years since y'all popped out of mommy, and I'm still having a tough time telling each of you apart. Just kidding. Happy birthday.
What are you doing, an
kiddos.
accent, Skunk? You doing some kind of southern thing? What is this? What?
I don't know what this is. It just came out of just the energy is coming through me here. So I want to say happy birthday to little Dougie in Hakendock. He's turning 9. Good luck at school. Study hard. Travis from Los Angeles is sending out a happy 30th to Harry Silagi. Very happy birthday to Ted, Chris, and Aaron from Mark. Mark has a special message for them. He says he's ashamed and wants to apologize for everything that he's done. Okay, happy birthday, guys.
All right, everybody. We got Mike Love coming up later in the show, and now it's time for Phil's weather report. Phil Braun is coming to us. He's going to be showing us everything we need to know about what's happening out there in our great country and what's happening in terms of weather and the climate. I'm excited to check in with him now. Is Phil Braun standing by?
It's good to see you.
Good morning.
Glad to be here. I wanted to say first off,
can you center yourself, Phil? This is you look terrible in the screen. I want you to just pop yourself right in the middle. Go ahead, scoot over just a little bit. Just try to be
we've got
professional.
some weather. We got some weather maps we've got to go over here, but I'll do my best.
All right.
I wanted to say first, we all miss Captain Randy. We're saddened about his mysterious and tragic accident, and we want to say his prayers are with the Thompson family.
Now, Phil, Captain Randy was just a character you played. It was not a real person, so I know that I don't know what's going on here with that. But why don't you give us the weather? That's kind of what we're trying to focus on.
Well, looking at the forecast today, we're going to look at some of the temperatures around the area. It's going to be 90 degrees in Atlanta. Up in Philadelphia, it looks like it's going to be about 75, so great weather for your Eagles. 25 degrees, bitter cold up there in Chicago. The Bears may have a tough time hanging on the football there.
25 degrees in Chicago. Is that true?
Bitter cold.
That's how they like. That's how they like to play.
I need to get some confirmation from somebody in Chicago if that's the case. You're saying it's going to be 25 degrees in Chicago this weekend.
That's right. It's going to be bitter cold there. 112 over there in Las Vegas. The Raiders are going to have a hot day and 80 degrees,
by,
beautiful
Phil.
In Los Angeles.
I need you to stand by. I'm just looking at the 5-day over here. Chicago, Illinois. Stand by. Chicago, Illinois. Sorry.
More. Dilly. My God.
Hourly forecast. Just give me the fucking. God damn it! Doesn't give you the 10-day.
They're all correct. Look, I just report the weather.
I know you do.
Can't really do anything about it. It's it's invisible. You
so
don't
you're
know.
saying Sunday? Wait, you're saying this Sunday? Hold on, everybody, chill out for a second.
Who cares?
Hold on, chill out, guys. Lose the music, please. Pause, please. I'm looking at a site called weather.com, Phil. And on Sunday, coming up, I got a temp of 77.
What? Weather.com, that sounds kind of like a made-up site.
No. It's run by the Weather Channel here. Everybody's familiar with that. Do we want independent verification here?
Well,
Sunday coming up is 77 degrees. It's still, which makes sense because we're in like late September. I don't think you're going to see 22 degrees. Doug, you grew up in Chicago. Is that normal weather for Chicago? You wouldn't see 22 degrees in late September, would you?
You know what they say? If you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes.
I hear that.
Yeah, there you go. Doug knows what I'm talking about.
I kind of
We got a low pressure system coming in, and we got some brown dust coming up from the south that's going to be pushing up. It's changing the weather every day.
Well, where are you getting your predictions from?
Right from the WOHL Meteorology Center. We're looking at it every single day.
WOHL.
I don't know if there is such a thing.
I think I'm not really worried because lineman Akeem Hicks is 347 pounds.
Yeah.
And that should probably
he
keep
needs
him.
that.
I think that'll keep him warm during this cold.
Absolutely.
Snap.
He's going to excel.
All
in
right,
this game.
Phil. Let's just.
Yeah.
I can understand if there's a little glitch in the system, but what other major cities do you have there? What's the weather like this weekend in Los Angeles?
It's going to be 80 degrees in Los Angeles. It's perfect there now.
This weekend?
This weekend.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it says 81 here on weather.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
See, I know what the temperatures
Chicago
are.
seems wrong. I think you just got bad intel on that. I mean, and isn't there a bunch of rain and stuff from the hurricane down in the Gulf?
Yes, look at the map. I'm showing it right now. There's storms coming up. There's the brown dust in the middle.
What brown
There's
dust? I don't know what that is.
There's a burnt smell over in the West Coast.
Right.
That's the weather.
Right.
And we're going to be delving into a lot of the local areas here later in the broadcast.
Good. All right. Thank you, Phil. We'll check in with you later in the broadcast. Let's just kick things over to Sarah Squirm, our friend Sarah Squirm, who is on a bit of a quest today. She is going to try to do something no one's ever done before, and that is to eat the most spaghetti and meatballs that anyone's ever eaten in a 3-hour period of time.
Hey everyone.
Hi Sarah, how are you?
Let's go.
I'm pretty good. I'm probably gonna eat the most spaghetti anyone's ever eaten in world history.
Wow.
And there are no meatballs, but let me tell you, the spirit of meatballs is within me.
What is the current record? Does anyone know, Matt? Do we have any? Sarah, have you looked into this? Is there a current record that you're looking to beat? And what?
Well, basically, I looked into it, and seemingly this is probably the most spaghetti ever eaten, considering I have 1,584 noodles in front of me. I'm not, here's the thing. This is definitely the most spaghetti ever eaten. I mean, look at it.
To me, it looks like a lot of spaghetti. Why don't you take a bite for us and see what that looks like on camera?
Okay, and it's piping boiling hot.
There you go. The race has started. I got to tell you, we should call this the World Record Podcast. That would be a great name for our podcast. Considering
that's a good name for a show.
So what is that? You got some kind of giant plate there, or are you eating it out of the pot? What are you eating your spaghetti on?
I'm eating my spaghetti on a big plate, so you can see how tall it is. I woke up at the crack of 6 a.m. Stregonona style to make at least 4 to 5 boxes of spaghetti. And I'm telling you, this is the most spaghetti any of you have ever eaten in your entire life.
All right, well, good luck, and don't hurt yourself. We don't want you to have your stomach explode or anything like that. That's the last thing anybody needs to hear about. We don't want that. So we want you to be safe, but we are rooting you on. Let's all send our appreciation.
Good luck.
Good luck, Sarah.
You're going to do it.
Small bites. And this is exciting.
Tim, how do you like to eat spaghetti? You like to twirl it around?
I like it al dente, I'll be honest with you. I don't like it over. I don't like those mushy noodles, you know what I mean?
You swirl it around with the fork and you put the spoon.
Of course, yeah. I put a little black pepper on there. I like it a little spicy, so I'm not afraid to put some pepper flakes in there.
I cut mine with a knife.
There you go.
I don't like the thought of choking on them is a little frightening, so I just cut it up and.
I like to slurp the noodles.
I like to put it in the blender and just drink it.
There you go. Spaghetti not invented by the Italians, by the way. It's originally a Chinese dish.
What?
That's correct. Marco Polio was his name. He brought spaghetti to Italy in the 1500s after visiting China.
Don't start talking crap about Marco. First they want to take down Columbus, now Marco? I don't think so.
The only time I really
You don't
worry
know
about
who invented what back in the 1300s or whatever the hell.
I'm just so glad we have a vaccine for polio, for Marco Polio. A lot of people. How many? Are you guys going to take the Corona vaccine? I don't know.
Hell no.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. How about that? I'm going to wait. I've seen these reports about the microchips, and that makes a lot of sense to me.
I'll let Phil take it, and we'll see what happens after a couple weeks.
Phil,
see if his weather reports.
All right. Let's hear from Hoobastank.
Paul Rudd's.
I'm not a perfect person.
I love this song. Hooba stank. Yabba dabba hooba dabba doo. It's a little Adam Sandler, right? Hooba dabba doo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on our phone right now is one of America's most controversial journalists. He is the left side of the spectrum. And he's got a daily morning show that he has been doing for quite some time. I'm joined by, from the Majority Report, Sam Seder. Sam Seder. Sam, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure, Tim.
Thank you so much for being here, Sam. What's going on? You looks like you're in your little studio there.
I am in my studio.
So you're like you're kind of a news junkie or a political junkie?
Well, I'm not a junkie per se. I do commentary and analysis, political analysis and interviews.
You don't really get on the ground though. You don't really go out into the streets and talk to the real people out there. You don't. I don't see a lot of that from you. You seem like you're kind of down in your basement there doing your broadcast every morning, which is great.
I'm not actually in a basement. I'm
metaphorically or sort of apocryphal.
Well, I interview politicians and academics and authors and
like a Joe Rogan or somebody like that. A little squirt.
Well, I interview people like Joe Rogan, but not necessarily the same people.
Interesting stuff. Okay.
I miss you.
Have you ever interviewed anybody like celebs or anybody like that?
Wow.
I guess. Yeah, probably.
That must be cool.
Who's the most famous?
All right, hey, hold on. I'm just warming this thing up. Skunk. Shovel.
WOHL.
Go ahead. The question from the Shovel is: who's the most famous person you've interviewed? You ever sort of? Did you lose sleep the night before?
No.
All right.
I've interviewed, filmmakers and musicians and actors.
Spit in my mouth.
How cool is that, huh?
Well, I'm hearing like a bunch of different.
Yeah. That's the guys. All right, chill out. We're gonna talk serious politics now. Now I'm gonna talk straight with you, Sam. When it comes to journalism, who is your guy? Is it Don Lemon, Donnie Deutsch, or Chris Cuomo?
I'm not necessarily a fan of any of those people, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you don't listen. You're not checking in on Don Lemon. My thing is, I like Don's kind of attitude. He's kind of just like he's done. He is done with Drumpf and the Mr. Cheeto in charge.
Right.
But Donnie's interesting. Donnie Deutsch is interesting because he kind of has a relationship with the president. He goes back with him. But I love Chris Cuomo because he seems to give zero fucks.
Right. Are we going to talk about Belarus? Because
the floor is yours, Sam. Yeah, what's going on in your? Because does this have anything to do with sort of what's going on with the socialism in America now and the Antifa and whatever? What in terms of? Because I know Belarus is close to the USSR.
Right. Well,
so who's behind all that? Who's behind all these protests?
Well, the citizens of the country, and that was sort of I had mentioned to Matt that he was interested in that you might be interested in talking about the protests that have been taking
Who's
place
the most
in
famous
Belarus,
person from Belarus?
I guess maybe Lishchenko,
Who?
the dictator.
Oh, goodness. This seems like a bad guy. So I'm not. I guess what I'm trying to drill home. I'm not super familiar with the details of this story, but whatever. Maybe you can give us the top line. Give us the headline on it.
Well, this
as quickly
guy's
as possible because we have entertainment news coming up in about 10 seconds.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, there's been a dictator there for a quarter of a century, and there's massive protests, and I think to a certain extent, there's stuff that we can learn from what's going on there.
Well, history is always an interesting teacher. We can look at sort of big events. World War II is a great example, or sort of the mission to the Apollo missions. And even like sort of the Manson scene or whatever it was in the 60s, the whole Woodstock generation, all those sort of events I think are interesting to sort of look at and draw, I don't know how to say it, sort of lessons. Yeah, you can kind of observe them and say, well, that happened.
Right. Well, that's one of the reasons why people study history. So.
There you go. All right, Sam, great to hear. Go ahead. We got some question in from this Shovel here. What about the fires, Sam? Are these caused by Antifa super soldiers?
Who's
starting the fires, Sam? Do you have information?
And why aren't they in Canada?
I know you work with a lot of these people and sort of talk to them, have them on your show, and sort of give them a platform.
Literally, the FBI put out a notice saying that what you're talking about is just a hoax.
And you believe the FBI? You believe the Comey-led FBI?
The Federal Bureau of Imbeciles? Okay.
What about Peter Strauss? Peter Strzok, is he one of your close personal friends? Is Peter Strauss giving you this information?
I think it's Peter Strzok.
Him and his lover Lisa Page.
Right.
Okay, Sam. Well, you're gonna dodge this one like you've dodged everything so far. But let me ask you this.
Okay.
How excited are you to see this fucking election over with? I think I'm done hearing about it.
Well, I mean, I would prefer it be over by now as well. So
great to have you on the show, Sam. I got to let you go because we've got entertainment news with Lindsey Broad. Who do you have on the show today? Want to give us a little plug?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Sam, who's on your show today? And who do you have coming up?
Tomorrow on the program, Virgil Texas from Chapo Trap House.
Ooh.
Is coming up.
And what is he? Has he got a movie coming out or something like that? What's the purpose of having him on?
Well, it's a show where I discuss politics, and so I'll update people on the news.
Right in your wheelhouse, huh? Listen, I want you to give a second look to Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, and Donnie Deutsch. I think those guys have their finger on the pulse.
I mean, I'm familiar with both of those guys. I mean, I know, yeah. So I'm just
telling you, the three of them should have their own show together. I'd love to see them kind of...
They're on different networks, so...
There's always room for growth and change there. But Donnie's always interesting to hear his perspective. He's a New York insider coming from a marketing background.
I keep hearing a bunch of different stuff.
I apologize for that. The guys are just so excited to have you on the show. They just keep pressing buttons.
What you're saying.
But listen, you got to admit, Chris Cuomo gives zero fucks. Can I get you to say that on the record? I'd love to have a soundbite of that.
Chris Cuomo doesn't care about stuff.
Not exactly what I asked for, but thank you, Sam. And you should be so good as Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon and Donnie Deutsch. You should be so talented. Right. And I hope that you understand that there's room for growth there for you, that those guys are at the top of their game, and every night they deliver the goods.
I appreciate that, Tim. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Good luck with your future. Good luck with the show that you do.
I will.
All right. I will. Goodbye
Thank you. Right.
Boy.
We did it! We did it! We did it!
You guys get like a real attitude about...
Has he never heard the show before? I mean, what?
I don't think he had his coffee today.
I don't know. It was sort of like he got so defensive. Right. He got so defensive when as soon as I bring up Chris Cuomo, he's like,
you got up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, you bring up anything political with the guy, and he just goes.
I it's so defensive. And I was like, I think I triggered him. Actually, I think I triggered him. I brought up the competition.
A little snowflake over there.
I guess he likes to talk politics if it's stuff he wants to talk about. Not anything,
and also it's like, well, oh no, Don Lemon isn't like perfectly aligned ideologically with him, because Don Lemon's actually, he tells it straight and he's sort of in the center.
That's what they do. They silence.
It's probably more of a Darryl Strawberry fan. That's a
I don't get that, but
baseball guy.
Yeah. No, Sam's not welcome back on the show. I mean, that was so disrespectful. I felt like I was like in a court proceeding. I was feeling like it was like a deposition. This guy was sitting there with arms crossed and just like, what? Who's Chris Cuomo? Who's Chris Cuomo? Guy's literally running primetime at CNN. And a guy that suffered through some of at the beginning of the pandemic, this guy was flat on his ass because he's a hero. He's a hero, guys. And I'm sick of this Sam Seder coming on my show and defaming this, somebody like Chris Cuomo. So I got worked up on that. But bad guy.
Why don't we lighten it up and get to Lindsey? It's cool.
Entertainment news with Lindsey Broad. Lindsey, what's going out there in the world of Hollywood? I can't wait to hear this.
It's Lindsey Broad back again with your WOHL entertainment news. What's up, Tim?
Yeah, what's going on, Lindsey?
That's cool. I have to hear. Do I see Skunk over there?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's up, Lindsey?
What's up?
How's the shovel doing? Hey, Shovel. I got some big scoops for you, LOL. And don't think I forgot about you, producer Matt. What's up, dog?
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's jump right into it. First up, we've got a real wild story. Denise Richards has left the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Talk about real-life drama. When the SoCal girls were on a trip to romantic Rome, Italy, former cast member Brandy Glanville showed up and said on camera that she had a one-night stand with current cast member Denise Richards. Denise stormed out of the restaurant, and a show producer had to convince her to come back inside. Everything seemed va bene, but spoiler alert, Denise Richards said arrivederci to the franchise and won't be back. Are you hashtag Team Denise or hashtag Team Brandy, Tim? Oh, I'm not taking sides on this one. Speaking of Italy, the always hunky Brad Pitt is getting Italians buzzed on wine, thanks to his new 27-year-old girlfriend, Nicole Podorowski. The 56-year-old Cool World star has fallen in love, and many people are saying he's head over heels drunk in it. His new Italian girlfriend convinced her husband to sell Pitt's wine in his upscale restaurants. And as if this open relationship couldn't get any better, Podorowski told Pitt she doesn't want to have any children with him, which Brad is totally cool with because he already has 5 children and doesn't want any more himself. You could say this arrangement is not the Pitts. Sorry to break it to you, but it looks like Jaden Smith and Sophia Ricci are not about to be your next favorite couple. I know. As if 2020 could get any worse. The two were spotted at the beach, and it appeared that they were sharing some beautiful moments together. Jaden could often be seen laughing and doing push-ups while Sophia looked on admiringly. Then Sophia decided to show off her own athleticism. 3 cartwheels in the sand, which caused Jaden to applaud, laugh out loud, and give her a high five. Sparks definitely seemed to be flying as they made a small sandcastle together. Jaden decorated the castle grounds with seaweed and shells, and the sandcastle even had a little moat around it. Pretty cool. But later that evening, Jaden assured fans on TikTok that the two are simply just homies. I'm gonna keep an eye on this homieship.
Hell yeah.
I don't think this is the end of this story. Just my opinion. What do you think, Tim?
I'm with you, Lindsey. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. And
hey, Tim, you like podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Then check this out. Comedian, actress, writer, and director Whitney Cummings just launched a new one called Bunga Bunga on the rise and fall of Silvio Berlusconi. The podcast goes deep into the scandalous life of the controversial Italian billionaire businessman turned politician. The reality TV and real estate mastermind managed to climb his way to a top political office as Italy's prime minister for 9 years.
All right.
But a 2010 prostitution scandal put his political career in hot water. Cummings described the podcast as The Sopranos meets Pornhub. Best of luck on the new pod, Whitney. Sounds like a real doozy. And that's this week's top WOHL entertainment news.
Thank you so much, Lindsey.
Back to you, Tim.
Thanks, Lindsey. Good to see you as always. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a call out there. This is not for the free horse.
Heidecker, Shovel and Skunk.
It's 10:45 here in Glendale, California. On the phone right now is
out there,
one of our great fans of the show, a Zoomer indeed. Who we got here, Matt?
We got Jackie.
Hey, Jackie, what's going on? Jackie, where are you calling in from?
Hi, I'm calling from Portland, Oregon.
Ooh, how's it? A little smoky up there, I might think?
We got smoke. I've got ash particles in my house.
Now, I happen to know that Portland, has got to be one of the top 5 ganja capital cities of this country. So how do you tell the difference between smoke fire from these forest fires that are intentionally set by Antifa super soldiers or good old-fashioned 420 stuff?
Alrighty then.
Of course, nowadays, nowadays, there's so many kids doing edibles and pop brownies and all kinds of vaping and everything. Maybe there isn't so much of the pot smoke anymore, but take it away.
No, it's true. Edibles are the way to go during wildfire season.
Okay, name 3 Tom Hanks movies.
Big, Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan.
Congratulations! You are correct. Those are 3 Tom Hanks movies. Anyways, how can I help you today? You got a question for me, a concern, a comment, something for the guys? What do you have?
Well, how are you doing? Are you okay?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Tim. Wax on. Wax off. Thank you, Tim.
Bueller.
How long do you got?
Bueller.
I mean, how far do you want me to go? How deep do you want me to get?
Surely you can't be serious.
I couldn't be happier. Things are going so well. The show has been pretty much nonstop so far with 0 hitches. Hanging out with my great friends. I'm getting to broadcast. You know, the only thing that's kind of nagging at me is I'm thinking of Sunday. I'm thinking of how our defense is going to stack up against the Rams.
I'll be back.
And it's tough. And I didn't sleep last night thinking of it, and I'm not planning on sleeping tonight. What's it like to be up there in Portland? You got no team. You got the Trailblazers playing basketball. It's not a real sport. You don't have a football team. What are you going to do about that?
That's why there are problems. The Seahawks. That's why they're having all these problems, Tim.
That's Seattle. Get out of here. Portland's got to have their own NFL team. I've been saying this for 25 years.
An NFL team that will solve all their
problems.
problems.
There you go.
I'll tell you that.
And you know what? More money's going to go to Portland if you put in a nice, beautiful stadium there. Nike Stadium would be terrific, and you come up with a team.
The Portland Protesters.
The Portland Protesters sounds wonderful, Doug. Or I would say maybe the Emeralds.
Oh, we have a protester.
Or the Portland Cold Brews. Or how about this? How about the Portland put a bird on it?
What would the Cold Brews look like? What's that mascot look like?
They'd have piercings and they'd have a very tight uniform, and they'd be tattooed, and they would love Bon Iver. And they would have personal relationships with ex-members of the Shins. If you want to be on the Portland Protesters team, you have to have had a friendship with somebody that was at one point in the Shins. Is that fair? Or Modest Mouse. Well, thank you so much, caller, whose name I've forgotten.
Dilly.
They'd probably have to play with a vegan pigskin ball.
Oh yeah, and by the way, don't put Gatorade on the field because that's too corporate, man. That is just too corporate, and there's corn syrup in that, folks. All right, let's take it.
The Portland Farmers Market.
How about the Portland Seitan kale smoothie?
There you go.
Salad.
There you go.
The Portland artisan mineral water. Artesian mineral water squad. And, listen, there's no performance enhancing drugs, so everybody's sort of like, rail thin.
I bet their weight would be a lot different than the Chicago Bears. I mean, we're talking Charles Leno Jr. He's coming in at 307 this season.
Speaking of which, later on we're going to be speaking with somebody from the Wieners Circle there in Chicago. That's going to be exciting to talk to the Wieners Circle.
Stay tuned and you could win a free horse from Orson's Horse Farm.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a bit of a left turn right now, and we're going to enter what I like to call the prank zone with Frank Cum. Brendan Walsh is with us. Frank Cum is with us.
Hi, Tim. Hey, gang. How's everybody doing out there?
Doing great. We're having a great show. I don't know if you've been listening, but we have Sarah Squirm, who's setting I thought this was interesting. She's going to be setting a world record today, eating the most spaghetti anyone's ever eaten in a period of time. And my thinking is, I think we could do almost, I don't know if it's going to be the main show, but now that we have sort of a network of shows, I say, guys, we do a new show where we focus on world records and we call it the World Record Podcast.
I believe there's already a highly popular show called that. And they actually set a world record recently where they counted to 1,000 on an episode.
All right. Well, I never am interested, Frank, I'm never interested in being necessarily the first. I'm interested in being the best. And that's what this new podcast will be when it comes to a podcast focused on world records. So come at me as hard as you want, pal, but I will win.
What's the world's longest human feces ever created?
The largest bowel movement?
Yep. Take a guess.
I'm not claiming to be some kind of expert of what records are.
It's 26 feet.
26 feet.
So we have a prank. We have a Halloween prank set up for you guys.
Oh, terrific! Let's hear it.
Halloween's right around the corner. We have a call set. Is Susan Lickadick on the line?
Susan Lickadick? Hold on. Stand by. We're getting her on the line for you. We're connecting you both.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, it's me, Susan Lickadick.
Hello, Susan. You're on the line with, I think you're on the line with Brendan Walsh.
Are you sure it's not Frank Cum?
Frank Cum. Sorry, apologies.
Oh, okay, great. Hey, Frank, how you
Clean
doing?
that up in post.
Hey, Susan, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
You look really pretty today.
Thank you.
So Susan and I have a call cooked up where, should we just do the call or should we set it up for you?
Give us a little background.
Well, since Halloween's right around the corner, Susan and I thought it'd be fun.
About a month and a half away, but go ahead.
You call it's right around the corner. And we thought it'd be fun to call a funeral home to see if they will sell us a dead body.
Oh God, that's a little morbid.
No, we'll see. I think it sounds kind of fun.
That's actually this is like the first prank that's actually given me chills.
See, here's a lot of people on Halloween, they'll just stuff some clothes with newspaper and put like a fake dead body in a chair on their lawn. But we wanted to get a real dead body and really scare the kids this year because, coronavirus.
That has got to be against the law. Somebody tell me, please, is that's against the law? You can't just buy a dead body and put it in your front yard, right?
Speaking of that,
hold on. Shovel's got something to add.
Cum, your mask seems to be a little low today.
This is my neck brace. I have a neck injury.
The shovel needs to shovel some shit.
How did you get the injury?
Hey,
short answer: teenagers.
Frank, who are you looking? Who are you excited about this Sunday? You're an Eagles guy.
Jesus and God, number one. First is
I'm talking
church.
about 1 p.m. 1 p.m. baby, football time.
Eagles, of course. Ron Jaworski.
What do they need to do to right the ship? Last week was a big disappointment. What does Carson Wentz need to do to get back on track? Give us your 10 seconds.
I think Carson needs to just kind of get in there and focus, make the connections that he needs to do.
Too early to pull him, huh? Too early to pull him? You're sticking with this QB.
I think, we give him one more game.
Who else do you like this Sunday? Who are you putting your money on?
How much does he weigh?
What about the Chiefs? What about the Seahawks? What about the Cowboys?
Know so much.
What about the Bears? What about the Giants? What about the Jets? What about the Patriots? What about the Dolphins?
Like them all, Tim.
All righty.
I love them all. And Carson Wentz, if he doesn't, I feel like there should be harsher penalties if you don't. Because I've said this before. If I was an NFL kicker, I would make 100% of my field goal attempts. And that's a promise. If there's any coaches watching, hire me. I will make every
That's a
single
big promise.
field goal.
That's a guarantee. I don't know anybody would have the balls, the stones to make.
It's easy to do. And any of these football players, if they mess up, there should be harsher penalties. Carson Wentz, if he doesn't deliver on Sunday, I say they break both of his arms and kick him off the team.
I'm with you.
So he can't go to any other team.
We need to send a message to these guys that this is not the recess on the playground here. This is the real deal. This is the pros. And if you can't step up to the plate and
he's got to be Carson.
Improve your passing percentage and not make us look like a big joke in the league, then maybe it's time for you to suffer physically.
It's $1 billion industry. You know, if you're in the mafia,
I'd shove a metal rod up Carson Wentz's ass if he throws more than 3 interceptions in a game. How about that?
Tim, I would like to say he's beat Carson Kamen Wentz.
Thank you.
Hey,
all right, Frank, I want you guys to take it away and entertain us now with this incredible prank that I can't wait to hear.
Okay, just let me add to the Carson Wentz punishment. While you're putting the rod up his ass, I say you have somebody beat up his mother right in front of him, too.
Or his kids.
And his kids.
All right, take it away. I can't wait to hear this.
Guys.
So you have it all plotted out. You've got a funeral home in mind and everything. This is going to be...
Yeah, we have a funeral home lined up here.
Take it away.
Actually, wait, I think we need one more second to get the phone line set.
We got phone line issues as
We're
always.
having phone line issues.
How should we go to a
As
track?
usual.
Should we go to a track?
Yeah, let's go to a track.
We've got Alanis Morissette with Ironic. Stand by, Brendan. We'll be right back. It's 10:57 in Glendale, California. You're listening to WOHL. We'll be back after Alanis Morissette with a prank phone call to a funeral home. It's going to be hilarious.
It's Frank Cum, by the way.
Quiet, please.
Lottery, and I'm next thing. It's a black fly, and you're short of me. It's a death row bottom, 2 minutes too late. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride when you've already paid. It's a good
Keep it caffeinated. We got to do a prank on... yeah, we got to do an Offspring prank, Frank, and Skunk and Shovel.
I'll be right back.
We got to do... you got to keep them caffeinated. Let's get that into production, everybody.
Maybe we should play an ad right now, too. How about that?
All right, the prank phone call here that we're about to get to is brought to you by...
Presenting Jolly Good Chaps.
Jolly Good Chaps. Take it away.
Presenting Jolly Good Chaps. Authentic crotchless cowboy pants from the west of London. These breathable vegan leather chaps feature Anglophile designs that perfectly balance form and function, with prints that include the Union Jack, a classic British Bulldog, Abbey Road, London Bridge, Banksy, Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, and all the rest. Order online now using discount code SKUNK and get 50% off any set of Spurs when you order your Jolly Good Chaps.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Frank Cum, are you ready? Are you mentally prepared? Are you focused in on making this prank a big success for us?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I have a few local funeral homes. One that my uncle actually just was cremated at. So I'm going to...
Oh, sorry for your loss. Take it away. It's kind of a
Hello, this is the Johnson Family Funeral Home. How can I help you?
Oh, yeah. Hi, this is a funeral home?
Yes, it is. What can I do for you?
Yes. I recently have lost a loved one.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you need
that's
some?
okay.
Yeah. Are there some services I could help you out with today?
Well, yes, there is a service that you could help me out with. You have a lot of dead bodies there at the funeral home right now?
Yes, we have about 8 bodies currently that we're working on.
Okay, and I was just curious. I'm actually a doctor of sorts, and I was wondering if I could purchase one of the bodies to teach my hospital students about bodies.
Well, I'm not so sure if one of our bodies you could purchase because they do belong to families, and we're preparing them for a funeral. Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt here.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sorry,
hello?
Frank. Is this? Are you really calling us funeral home, or is this Susan Lickadick on the phone?
No, this is a funeral home.
No, I'm a funeral home, Johnson Family Funeral Home. How can I help you?
It's just on the screen. It's saying Susan Lickadick, and you sound like we introduced you earlier. I'm just a little confused.
I told you not to fuck this up, and you're fucking it up.
What? How am I fucking it up? I said I'm.
Now he knows. Alrighty then.
Okay.
Now he knows.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Yes, this is okay. Okay, this is okay. This is a funeral home. How can I help you?
Yeah, hi. I would like to purchase a body for Halloween.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Frank.
Yeah, sure. What?
I'm sorry, this isn't working. I can tell you. We just heard you guys having a side conversation. You can clearly tell you're in the same room together.
I turned my mic off.
What?
I turned your mic down. I did.
All right, I'm gonna have to let you go, Frank. I'm disappointed.
I would like to purchase a body. I have $10,000 to
Sure,
purchase
you can get a body. Yes, totally.
Okay.
Great. Well, you got her.
Do you have any bodies with big tits?
Yes, we got triple D's on this, honey. That's perfect for you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah? Is she, does she have, did you already put makeup on her?
All right, let's
and
lose
stuff?
the call. Thank you so much, guys. Disappointing
Does
to say the
embalming
least.
fluid make her tits bigger?
Well, this is the crazy part. She has fake tits, so they never decompose. So they're going to stay big for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Let's lose the
It's Morning Madness Extra Large with Heidecker, the Shovel and Skunk. Get on your knees for the Holy Trinity.
I apologize to my audience. That was clearly a staged prank and disappointing because the idea is kind of funny, but the beauty of a prank is that the other person that you're pranking isn't in on it. That's sort of you need both of those things. If what we saw there was really just a comedy sketch and not a great one either.
Dilly.
And I don't know why I keep bringing him in on the show because it's always disappointing. All right. So we are less than an hour away from our free horse giveaway. This is so exciting. Skunk, Shovel, you guys do you have horses?
I have not bought a horse before or won a horse, but I've seen them.
Of course.
I've got about 4 or 5.
You got 4 horses? What are you, that fucking apocalypse?
From Orson's Horse Farm.
Let's talk to Joel from Orson's Horse Farm. Joel from Orson's Horse Farm is helping us out, making sure that the right horse is going to the right person. Again, at noon Pacific today. That's 3 p.m. East Coast, 2 p.m. Central.
Dude, you're getting
If you're our
a
10th
horse.
caller at noon, we will be shipping you out a free horse. Joel, are you there? I see Joel. There he is. Hey, Joel.
Hi.
Howdy, Joel.
Hello.
Joel, so you're not Orson, obviously. You work for Orson's Horse Farm?
Yeah, I'm a farmhand at Orson's Horse Farm.
Tell us a little bit about the horse that our lucky caller is going to get.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a lot of detail. You probably were working with Catherine originally.
I don't know, Matt. You're Matt? I'm not dealing with all this. Matt is. Do you know?
Okay.
Who you're
Well,
talking to?
Catherine is the owner and operator. And unfortunately, she got double booked, and she's on another podcast right now.
All right.
So I know we're giving away a horse. She handed me a folder and just asked me to take this for her. So I don't have a lot of details on the particular horse, unfortunately.
Okay. Where are you guys located?
New Diggins.
I don't know where that is.
Dude, you're getting a horse.
10 or 15 minutes from Benton, 20 minutes from Dubuque.
Stay tuned and you can
Where
win
is
a free
what state
horse
are we
from
talking about here?
Orson's Horse Farm.
It's in Wisconsin. I don't think there's any other New Diggins. It's the only one.
I know. I just don't know the name. I'm not.
Okay.
Cool. So what? Do you know you don't know anything about the horse? You don't know how old the horse is or anything?
We have about 40, and I think she's giving away multiple horses, so I don't know which one would go to your. So she's booked in another podcast giving away a different horse.
Oh, really?
I don't have the authority to.
Are these horses healthy and
what it's
describe the horse a little bit.
Matt told me about this promotion. I was intrigued. I thought that's a big logistical undertaking to provide somebody with a horse. I assume these are healthy horses.
I mean, there's some, like, I guess you'd say cosmetic issues with them, but if you look them up, this will pop up anyway. So I guess we had a barn fire a couple weeks ago, and we have some horses. I mean, no horses died, but there are some that have some singeing, smoke damage, I guess, sort of smoke, and we just need to. I mean, hello. Okay. We don't have a place to keep the horses.
These are damaged horses. I see. All right. Well, I wish I would have known
cosmetically, but
cosmetically.
I'm Mr. Red.
All right. Well,
within a year. Yeah.
Joel, thank you for the update. Maybe we'll check in with you later to find out some of the details on who's going to win the horse. And obviously, if you're not interested,
and you could win a free horse from Orson's Horse Farm.
If you're not interested in receiving your free horse, maybe don't participate.
Hello.
Would you? I don't know. I don't know. If I'm not sort of in a position to take a horse, I might not play I might not call in. So almost sort of like
if it was Mr. Ed,
I don't care what kind of horse it is. I mean, a horse is an expensive item, so maybe you take it and then you sell it to somebody that breeds horses.
I would take a miniature pony. Those are cool. They're like dogs.
You don't have the property for that. You're on the Heidecker compound. I don't think there's any.
What do you do with the horse when it croaks?
That's up. I guess I don't know.
There are services you can just look it up in the phone book.
Crematorium.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the show moving. It's 11:07 here in Glendale. You're listening to WOHL. Join patreon.com/office hours live if you want to become part of the Office Hours family. It's the greatest deal in town. It's $5 a month. With us now on the phone is one of my favorite comedians out there in New York, Mr. Jay Weingarten.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be here on Office Hours. Thank you very much, Tim. And I want to say hello to Doug and Vic as well.
Hello, Jay.
Jay, it is good to see you. Now, I got to apologize to you, Jay. The last time we had you on the show, we had just moved into the new studio. We were still kind of figuring out the audio, figuring out some of the tech. We had some bad connections with you. My daughter came in and kind of derailed things. I don't think you got the respect that a guy like you deserves. So I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you didn't say, you know what, F those guys. Welcome back to Office Hours, Jay.
Thank you so much, Tim. It's great. I have no problem. I love that your daughter came in. She's awesome. But today, I'm excited to be back. I actually came prepared with a presentation.
Okay.
That I found to be amusing personally.
You found it to be amusing. Okay. Well, let's hope the audience agrees.
I hope the audience, the Office Hours community, agrees with me on this. It's what it is it's a presentation about neon signs.
Okay.
Neon signs are great, right? Tim, Doug, and Vic, we can agree. They're
easy to read at nighttime, and they look kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well said. They're amazing. They attract customers. They look good. But when the neon systems finally die, oh, do they do it in the most embarrassing of ways?
All right, take it away, Jay, with your presentation.
Okay. Well, producer Matt, are you able to put on the?
It's up.
So this is the top 7 ridiculous neon sign mistakes. So the first one should say Milwaukee Public Market, and producer Matt, are you able to advance to what it says?
Here we go.
Oh man!
Of course, the L goes out, and so it makes me think: what is this? A market, or I don't know, a place where they do this so-called manscaping? Tim, I'm serious. Have you heard about this like hipster manscaping stuff that's kind of happening?
Absolutely, it's just out of control. I mean, listen, I I'm lucky I'm not some kind of hairy, Robin Williams type. I've got really reasonable amount of body hair. But
That's
I don't need to
perfect.
go in there with a razor and get anywhere near my junk, if you know what I mean.
Laugh your head off.
That's exactly how I feel. I feel that manscaping is BS, frankly. I'm not going to be touching whatever's downstairs.
There you go.
PP.
It's downstairs for a reason. But no, let's move on to this. Number six, neon sign mistake. It should say the Burlington Coat Factory.
The Burlington Coat Factory. Okay, it should say the Burlington Coat Factory.
Exactly. And then, of course, the neon sign technicians blew it. And let's go to what it says.
Burlington Cat Factory.
Yes. I found this outrageous once again. Personally, a cat factory just sounds wrong, frankly. Imagine one day when I'm ready to settle down to have children, like my kid comes up to me and says, Daddy, where do cats come from? Oh, yes, little Johnny, the Burlington Cat Factory. All right.
Funny stuff. All right. What else you got for us, Jay?
The number 5 is it should say Petco Supplies and Fish.
Should say that. Petco Supplies and Fish. Okay, I can't imagine where this one's going.
This one is going to say Petco Live and Fish.
Oh, God.
How do you sell lives? Like, this reminds me of politics, specifically Bill Clinton. I don't know if I did not have sexual relations. You know this reference, right?
Yes,
Tim?
yes.
He's from the South. He says, I did not, life is like, you can do a Clinton impression, I'm sure.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Exactly. I did not, basically something about not having sexual relations in the past.
I feel your pain. I'm Bill Clinton. I'm going down to Jeffrey Epstein's sex island.
Thank God. Relations with that woman.
He's absolutely not a virgin. There's
I'm a
no
draft
way.
dodger.
That's okay.
I'm a draft dodger. I did not inhale.
Relations with that woman.
I did not inhale. I love big balloons. When I see them come down from the sky, from the top of the arena in Philadelphia, I go wild for it. I start checking off. Okay,
exactly
what else you got there, Jay?
Okay, number 4. The number 4th most ridiculous neon sign system failure is it should say Angus Steakhouses. I think you know where this one's going.
Oh, God. Here come the censors. Go ahead.
And it says the G goes out, anus.
Oh, fudge.
Yeah. What you're saying is
you can kind of see the G in there. Anus
I could not make this
Steakhouses.
up if I tried.
Drop the G.
Yeah, the G.
We did that joke already in a very successful Tim and Eric tour, and it was not ironic that we made that joke. It was just comedy. All right, Jay. Top 3. Here we go. Drum roll, please.
Right. This is not ironic either. Number 3 is should say bowling.
Should say bowling.
Should say bowling. Correct. And it says bong.
Bong.
Which makes me think this is a failure. But at the same time, it makes me think, what happened? Michael Phelps grew a sudden interest in bowling entrepreneurship. But yes, the truth is bowling, cannabis is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I bid Michael Phelps good luck.
Say that again. Well. I missed that.
I hope Michael Phelps's business goes well. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, cannabis.
I see. Yes.
Smoke weed every day.
There you go. All right, now we're down to our final 2 neon signs.
Number 2 neon sign failures. Number 2 should say Starbucks coffee.
Starbucks coffee. We've all seen Starbucks coffee. I mean, it's ubiquitous out there. Every 2 blocks there's a Starbucks. But what does this fail end up saying?
Yeah, it
sucks coffee.
Talk about Freudian, huh? Talk about Freudian.
Talk about ironic.
Talk about ironic.
Sit back.
But you have a different take on it, Jay?
This is true. I personally believe that Starbucks coffee sucks.
Okay.
It tastes horrible. The clientele is bizarre. I'm serious. I've noticed that Starbucks patrons are the worst because they always feel that they have to post about it on social media. Like, I'm serious. Bobby, you can drink Starbucks without posting about it on Instagram.
There you go. Let me ask you something. When I got a question. When you go into Starbucks, I know apparently it sounds like you don't, but if you ever go into Starbucks and they say, "What's your name?" They put their name on the side. Do they just write the letter J? I mean, be honest. Do they just write the letter J?
Yeah, they do often, and I find it amusing, and I post about it on social media.
Oh, you do?
It gets a lot of links.
All right. Now, Jay, the number one sign fail, neon sign. I wish you would have called this the neon sign fail, but anyway.
It is a neon sign fail or mistake. Number one should say Fuddruckers.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Here come the censors.
Yes, you know.
Oh, come on!
This last one says, you guessed it.
You had to have, that's got to be Photoshop. You couldn't, you're kidding me.
Nope.
What are the chances?
I saw this. I saw this and I sent it to producer Matt. This one, I don't know what your take on this is, but it personally reminds me of that movie, Meet the Fockers, I think it's called.
Yeah, with Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro.
Exactly.
You talking to me?
And it's funny because the movie Meet the Fockers always reminds me of Meet the Fuckers.
Oh, geez. Okay.
No, I'm serious. I find that funny, and I just wanted to report that.
I think that was the joke. That was the joke. Not a coincidence.
Sorry,
Listen,
I apologize. This is where I think I'm very grateful your daughter did not walk in.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just want to say, go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Alrighty then.
All right, we're rooting for the Eagles this Sunday. It's going to be an awesome game. Game time is 1 p.m. East Coast time, so I'm going to be getting up early, getting those wings in the oven, and maybe get some pizza too, and maybe some margaritas from Bravado Spice. Ruby red grapefruit. Yum.
And maybe some hot dogs.
Some hot dogs. Thank you, Jay. Always great to see you. Can we quickly check in on Sarah Squirm, see how she's doing?
Thank you, everyone. Love you guys.
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, Jay. Great presentation from Jay
Terrific.
Weingarten.
I mean, the kid brings the good stuff. Let's hear it for Jay Weingarten, Zoomers. Let's hear it.
Thank you, everyone.
Some of these guests come in and they just fall flat on their face. Like, what's his name?
Names.
Steven Seagal?
Don't name names. Steven Seagal.
Yeah, the guy earlier.
The cigar guy?
The cranky guy?
Oh, Sam Seder. Yeah, what a fucking bore. Here's my impression of Sam Seder. I wish I had some nerdy glasses.
Total airball.
Yes, here's the problem with economics when it comes to the social instability of taxes.
Couldn't even name one weight of a football player.
Exactly.
Sick bastard.
Sarah Squirm, how much pasta do you have in your... How much Barilla you got down your throat?
Tim, I gotta be honest with you. I do not feel so good, man.
I'm not surprised. It looks like you haven't even made a dent yet. How much have you been eating this whole time?
Yeah, I've been eating this whole time, and you know what? I would like to see you try to make a dent in this, mister.
I'm not judging you. I'm here to support you, Sarah. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to make fun of this. I'm sympathetic to you. I'm sorry to hear that you're having a hard time there. And listen, like I said, I don't want anybody to get hurt. So if you're not feeling well, I think you should maybe, take a pause.
I can't take a pause at this point. I woke up at 6 a.m. to make a 4,000 strands of spaghetti, and I'm not going to let the spaghetti get in the way of me eating the spaghetti.
Okay. Well, again, we don't want you to get, we don't want your life to get in danger. So you're going through something very difficult right now, as all athletes. I know marathon runners, or if you're climbing Mount Everest, whatever it is, you, as long as you're doing it safely, and we should have, we could consult with the doctor if you want, but it's not going to be easy, Sarah. It's not going to be easy what you're doing right now. So I think take your time, pace yourself, try to enjoy the moment. Pasta and spaghetti and all that should be a source of pleasure for you. So good luck. We'll check in with you later. Okay, I don't like to hear anybody crying. So let's lose her audio.
Tim, it might be cool if they made an attachment for your butt that when it could like mold your poo into like a spaghetti shape or different kind of Play-Doh kind of shapes.
That would be cool. There's no question about that. All right, it is time for a new segment brought to you by the Wieners Circle. It's
brought to you by the Wieners Circle.
Ask
Chicago's
Poochie.
favorite hot dog
Ask
stand.
Poochie from the
Serving
Wieners
hot dogs
Circle.
and
Matt, how's this work? Do we have a caller on the line, or do we have somebody that's already
Since
called in?
We have Poochie herself.
Visit WienersCircleChicago.com.
Poochie, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Poochie from the Wieners Circle, Chicago, Illinois. What's the weather in Chicago right now? Roughly.
It's cool. I don't fucking know. Look it up on the Weather Channel.
I apologize. It's just sort of a icebreaker, if you will, Poochie. I'm just trying to.
It's nice.
That's good to hear. And so, Poochie, do we have a caller that has a question for Poochie, Matt?
I believe we do. Is Kenny? I think Kenny had a question.
Kenny, do you have a question for Poochie? So this is sort of a place to get advice from Poochie over there at one of the iconic restaurants or food establishments in Chicago, the Wieners Circle, making some great hot dogs.
Poochie, how you doing? I'm a big fan.
I'm well. How you doing?
Named you Poochie.
Okay.
What's your question, Kenny?
You said what?
Who named you Poochie?
Where did the name Poochie come
my
from?
mother, motherfucker.
She not
my
like
mom
you?
gave me that nickname. You
That's
said what?
fucked up.
What did you say, asshole?
Kenny, do you have a real question? We want to get advice.
It's an advice thing.
What the fuck?
Advice?
Did you see your face? Do your mama like
it
you?
is?
What the fuck is the matter with this guy? Get him off the line. I am so sorry about that, Poochie. This guy's a rat.
Come on, man.
It's okay.
Let's get somebody else in. Who's got some? They need some advice from Poochie here in Chicago at the Wieners Circle. Who do we have?
Right, we got Bill. Bill looks like he has an actual question. Bill, are you there?
You better knock this out of the park. You want to get some advice from Poochie? Take it away.
Poochie, what makes a great dog? What do I got to put in my dogs?
What makes a great dog? I mean, what condiments you want to put on it, asshole? Of course, you got to get a Chicago style. So mustard, relish, onions, pickles, tomatoes, celery, salt, and hot peppers, and a little of my pussy juice.
Jesus Christ! What?
You do what you say? The Wieners Circle.
Now that's a wiener.
What's wrong with just let me ask you this, Poochie. What's wrong with just a classic hot dog with a little mustard on it?
No, I mean, I think them type of dry ass hot dogs, I think you get from like the little cart hot dog stands like in New York. You just get like mustard and sauerkraut. That's not a real fucking hot dog, okay? Nobody wants to eat that dry ass dog.
Well, I do. I like that kind of. If I'm making a hot dog at home, I just put a little mustard on it. No big deal.
Okay.
I don't
What
throw
about
a bunch of
ketchup?
bullshit on it.
What about ketchup?
Fuck ketchup.
No, Chicago, we don't do fucking ketchup. You do that shit if you're a fucking kindergarten, okay? Nobody does that.
Do you put cheese on hot dogs ever?
Yeah, if you want to chow cheddar dog Chicago style, that's what we're known for. Hello.
All right, let's get some more advice. Does anybody else have a question for Poochie?
Yeah, we got Jack and Dom from Chicago on the line.
Oh, there you go.
Who?
Great big bulldog.
Jack and Dom, are you there?
Hey, Poochie. What's going on,
Hey.
Poochie?
What's going on?
I've been to the Wiener Circle when you've been working before. You guys serve up great hot dog.
Thank you.
My question for you is, my mom is starting to lose it, and I'm just kind of wondering, when should I consider putting it into a home?
You better not do that, asshole. Don't you put your mom into one of them fucking homes, okay? Them fucking CNA bitches in them homes is lazy. You take care of your mama just like she took care of you.
Thank you, Poochie.
It's okay if she's losing it. You're welcome.
Unbelievable. I wouldn't put my mom in a home right now with the rampant disease out there, the coronavirus.
Right. You ain't going to be able to visit her. So that means he's not going to know if they changing her when they supposed to be changing her. He's not going to fucking know if they turn her her body, she can't move it. If they turning her, what is it, like every 2.5, maybe 3 hours. And now that the family can't get into the actual homes to really check on their people, We don't know what them bitches doing with our people. So no,
Let me
do not
ask
put
you-
your mom in a fucking nursing home.
Will you
Poochie,
be my mama?
have you guys been able to
Yeah.
stay open during this whole pandemic?
Well, yes, the Wieners Circle is open. Unfortunately, we're not open our late night hours due to the bitch Corona. You know, she done fucked all of us. So I work from home. So I'm not really there physically unless it's like a busy day or.
Are you a mask?
No.
Are you a mask believer or a mask denier?
I'm a mask doer.
You're a mask. Do you believe in wearing a mask to prevent the coronavirus? You do.
Yes.
So you're
Yes, I do.
nuts.
No, I mean you have to wear it. Like I don't want nobody breathing and coughing all on me, and I don't want to be breathing and coughing on anybody. All I'm saying is.
So when the experts tell you to
people
jump
just
off a
can't-
bridge, is that what you're going to do too?
No, asshole. You gonna jump off the bridge if I tell you?
No, that's what I'm telling you. I have an independent mind. I can draw conclusions on my own. I can tell you that wearing a mask is more dangerous.
No, listen.
Because you're basically
Listen.
breathing in your own carbon dioxide, which is basically a poisonous gas.
Well, it's probably fucked up for you because maybe you're not brushing properly. You know, you got to keep that shit clean.
I do have
You just
halitosis.
can't
There's
be
no
in-
question about that. You can ask anybody I know that they suffer from talking to me.
Well, you definitely, motherfucker, need to be wearing a mask. Wearing a mask and put some fucking hand sanitizer down your fucking throat along with peppermint.
I'll tell you where I'll
Or
wear a
something. I
hockey
don't know what
goalie
to say.
mask like they do in the Jason movies, and I'll go around and with an axe and start whacking everybody while they sleep. How about that? Then you'll say, "Oh, no more
No.
masks, please. No more masks."
No. What I want you to do
I'll go
is
in
wear
with a
the
Ronald Reagan mask
and-
on and rob a few banks. How about that?
Well, mask and an axe.
Yeah. What about Rocky Dennis
Okay.
from Mask? You're gonna bring him into the conversation. Now, listen, Poochie. I'm an American. I respect your views, but don't you ever tell me what to do. And when I
I'll
come to
tell you what to
Chicago,
do,
I'm going to get a free
motherfucker.
hot dog from you.
You ain't gonna get shit free from me. When you come to Chicago, you're gonna get a Chicago style hot dog. You're gonna pay for a $20 chocolate shake, and on top of that, you're gonna tip me.
Well, you're gonna have to shove that down my throat because I'm not gonna eat nothing.
That's my specialty.
All right.
You ain't gotta eat it. You ain't gotta eat it. You supposed to suck it.
It's my right to eat what I want. Thank you, Poochie, and everybody. If you're in
By the
Chicago,
Wieners Circle,
visit the Wieners Circle.
Chicago's
Tell them
favorite
that the
hot
Office
dog
Hours
stand.
gang says
Serving hot
hello.
dogs
Oh, we gotta play that drop again.
I've been trying to play it, but I can't get it through.
Brought to you by the Wieners Circle, Chicago's favorite hot dog stand. Serving hot dogs and profanity since 1983. Visit WienersCircleChicago.com.
All right, we got the shovel here. Shovel is ready to shovel. Are you ready to shovel some shit, Shovel?
The shovel needs to shovel.
Yeah,
You have been
Heidecker.
pent up. You have been holding. Thank you again, by the way, to Poochie. I hope she enjoyed her experience. We just so happy to have her on. Love her spirit, and she's welcome back anytime. Obviously, I'm.
That's right, Heidecker. I got some shit to shovel.
All right,
today.
here he is, the skunk, the shovel. The skunk is standing by with more birthday spray outs, but right now we have the shovel with the shovel shovels some shit.
I thought there'd be a drop for that, but
Producer Matt is leaving the room. Is not interested in hearing.
he doesn't
the
want to hear
shit
my
shovel.
He's
out.
rant.
All right, shovel, give
Well,
it
you know,
to me.
Heidecker, I've got some.
The shovel needs to shovel some shit.
Now you know what it feels like. Welcome to my world. All right, take it away.
As you know, my favorite thing in the world is, that's right, my Ford F-150 Raptor.
Your Ford F-150 Raptor. What's that? A pickup truck?
Yeah, of course. It's a Super Crew cab with 450 horses and a 12-inch lift. We're talking 2 tons of American torque. When I'm out on the road, pansies know to get out of my way. Shovel's in charge. So the other day, I was out driving, and I was thinking, boy, I'd like to smoke some meat.
You'd like to smoke some meat. Okay.
Yeah. So I pulled into this shit house called Trader Joe's. Have you heard of this place, Tim?
Yeah, Trader Joe's, of course.
You know I like to trap beavers for fun, right?
I do not know that, sir.
Helps me relax. Well, I don't know what to do with these pelts after I skin and gut these bastards. They start piling up in my truck, so I figured I'd trade them in for some ribs. Well, it turns out Trader Joe doesn't actually take trades. And I wasn't about to give this candy-ass place my hard-earned cash. So I fired up the 150. And Tim, this parking lot was full of Toyotas and these Isuzus, these pencil neck crap. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, blue state cars.
Right. And I end up backing into some buttercup in one of those electric go-karts. He says, "You dented my Tesla."
Oh, boy.
I says to this dork, "I don't need a computer specialist right now. I'm trying to smoke some meat." Then he says something about widespread fires and smoke. Why are you smoking meat? I said, "Smoke and fire, bring it on."
The shovel needs to shovel some.
So I let that Four Eyes suck some coal. By now I was getting real hungry, so I figured, screw it, I'm going to hunt my own meat. And I knew just where to go. My stupid neighbor's got these so-called dogs yapping away in the front yard day and night. You've seen these things, right, Tim?
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't dogs. Pitbull, that's a dog. Rottweiler.
1, 2, 3.
Those little things are useless unless you're trying to catch a migraine from all the barking. So I ran down the fence with my 150, tenderized a couple of those Shih Tzus, and threw them in my smoker. 2 birds with 1 stone, brother. I got meat.
Giggity, giggity.
And I can get some sleep without a migraine from the yap, 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 yap.
Can you take me higher?
I tell you, Heidecker, this country's going to the piss house, and real men like us are a dying breed. Consider my shit shoveled.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, Shovel. I always wanted to call you Skunk because you just stank. In a good way, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 11:30 a.m. on the West Coast. We are having a blast this morning. WOHL rocking all morning. We couldn't be happier to have our next guest. This is a big one, folks. This is, you know this guy from just about anything and everything. We couldn't be happier to have him. You've seen him on Friends. You've seen him on a TV show called Sisters.
Dilly.
What else do we have that he's been in? A couple other things. He had done Veronica Mars.
Come on, man.
And a number of other movies. You've seen him in The Cider House Rules. 200 Cigarettes is the big one. Let's bring him on, Mr. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Alrighty then.
I see somebody that does not look like Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, man.
Hey, Paul, how's it going, buddy?
How's it going,
there
Tim?
he is, the man of the hour, Paul Rudd, looking good. You got a little beard there, buddy. What's going on with that? Getting ready for football season on Sunday? Week 2, huh?
Oh, man. How about that? I can't wait.
Yeah, who you rooting for? Who's your team?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Nope, we're losing Paul.
Oh, Chiefs all the way, baby.
Chiefs?
I can hear you totally.
Oh, man.
Chiefs all the way, baby.
I got to tell you something, Paul. Chiefs are looking good this year, and I'm so nervous because I'm a fucking Philly guy.
How about if I lose that? What?
So
I just took off all this.
Yeah, it wasn't happening. You sound good. You look good. What is the season like for the Chiefs this year? Is this a rebuilding year for the Chiefs?
Well, I hope not. I feel good about where we're at right now. I feel pretty good. We got this quarterback. He's not too shabby. And I'm excited. They did, I hope to build on what we accomplished last year.
I'd love to see it. I'm rooting for you guys, but as long as you stay away from my Eagles, if you know what I mean.
That's one small step for man.
Now, Paul, what are you working on these days? Are you busy making TV shows, or what kind of TV show have you recently done? Anything?
Recently, I haven't done anything. Recently, I've just been sitting in my house, quarantined.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't filmed anything. I've done some voiceover stuff.
When are we going to get another Superman out of you?
Oh, God. Probably next year.
Ant-Man, I apologize. Ant-Man. So my producer told me you were Superman.
I know. It's all right. There's going to be one coming up.
How many of those do you think you're going to end up doing? Any idea? 4 or 5? They made 4 Supermans.
Probably about 10 to 15.
Yeah, I couldn't get enough of you as that
10 to 15,
superhero.
we're looking at about 10 to 15.
I can't get enough of you in the Superman role, a superhero role, whatever it is.
Yeah, Superman is a different one, but boy, that would be a fun character to play.
Oh, you do a terrific Superman. Why didn't they ask you to do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should have played Superman. I think you should have.
Who they got is great. I don't know who's doing it now, but they're great.
I know. You want to play nice with everybody. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I think you would have been the best Superman. Let's take away this game. This is a wonderful game we put together. It's Paul Rudd's Buds, Studs, or Duds. Are you ready? Now,
Paul Rudd's Studs, Buds, or Duds.
Here we go. This is we're gonna give you a name. You're gonna have to tell us if it's a buddy, a stud, or a dud. I think it makes a lot of sense. Idris Elba.
Yeah.
What's going on?
We're all right.
Stud.
Wait, Idris Elba is a dud? You're kidding me.
No, I said a stud.
Stud. Okay, there you go. Now you got the game. All right, what about Kevin Spacey?
I like it. It's like a rock and roll. Yeah.
Kevin Spacey is?
He seems a little bit like he's a dud.
There you go. Now we're 2 for 2. Terrific work. How about Jennifer Aniston, huh? Jennifer Aniston, bud, stud, or dud?
She's a bud.
She's a friend. Okay, you've got 3 for 3. What about...
She's a bud in more ways than...
Okay, what about Wilt Chamberlain?
Oh, stud.
There you go.
He's a dud.
How about
in the literal sense?
Yeah, it's true. How about Jerry Lee Lewis, a great piano player, Jerry Lee Lewis? Stud.
Ooh. Well, musically, I'd say stud. The fact that he married a 13-year-old cousin, I'd go dud.
There you go. Now
He's a stud.
I'd like to think he's stud.
Yeah, I think you're getting the hang of this. What about Jeremy Renner?
I get it now. I get this game now.
How about Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy Renner is a bud.
There you go.
He's a bud.
How about
Jeremy Renner.
the stand-up comedian director Judd Apatow?
Bud.
There you go. Timothy Chalamet.
Ooh. I'd like to say Bud.
Have you met him?
I met him once. Very nice.
When's the last time you communicated with him? Have you texted him?
Another one?
He's like a stud.
Do you have his number?
I say this. I say a Bud, but that's because I don't think we've even seen the best of Chalamet. He has yet to blossom. Therefore, he's a bud.
Very cute. That is cute. How about Fatty Arbuckle, old silent era legend?
Oh, sure. He had some. He's a Fatty Arbuckle was. What's the deal with him? What's the name? He was murdered. There was something shady about Fatty Arbuckle. And I'm going to go with. Was he a dud or was he a stud?
Well, it's tricky because, I don't want to get into a whole side conversation about Fatty Arbuckle, but some people think he was framed. So I don't know. And he was certainly not a stud because he was, I don't know if I don't want to body shame him, but body shame him from the grave. This is a tricky one. I'll give him a gray area.
Oh, I understand. I know where you're going. I know what you mean.
I don't think he was the great. What about Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House? Former Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich.
Big old dud.
Oh, Paul. I didn't want you to. I didn't realize you were partisan. I would have put him as stud or bud. I thought you were stud. Since you worked. You might have spent some time with Newt. I love Newt Gingrich. I always think it's always interesting to hear what he has to say. How about Steven Seagal?
You'd put.
Glenn, I'm curious to hear what you think
Steven
about
Seagal. I'm going dud on. I'm going dud on Seagal. Okay. Even though the little ponytail, you would think stud.
Yeah. We had a person we had a woman whose father worked for Steven Seagal for a period of time in the 90s as his personal bodyguard, and she did not have any nice things to say about Steven Seagal. Sounded like a bad guy. All right, one more. What about Wesley Snipes?
I'm not surprised by that story.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. I think he's. You know what? I think that he's a lot of the tax evasion stuff, but I think he's a great actor. I'm going to go stud.
There you go. Stud it is. We marked him as a dud, but I think that's a bad classification. The guy had some problems, but everybody makes mistakes. One more, Bill Cosby.
Ooh, bud. Wait, Cosby.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go dud.
There you go.
Dud.
There you go.
He's a
Paul, I don't like what he did. I don't like what he did later on. I'm not a fan.
No, he's one of the great Americans, but made some mistakes too, apparently.
Yeah.
Anything to promote? What do you got coming out in the theaters this week? Movie-wise. You've always got a movie coming out.
In this week?
You must have something coming to theaters.
I'm in the new. It's. I don't know if you've been watching the Vow. Vow, the documentary about Nexium on HBO.
You're in the documentary. In what sense? Are you a part of that group? You were a part of the. You're part of that group. That's the cult that they focus on, the sex cult that you're seeing.
Oh, I'm not in it. I'm just watching it. That's
I see. Okay, very good. Thank you, Paul, for doing this. I apologize for the technical issues. There's always technical issues on our show. But you pulled through. I mean, I think what happened with you is you realized that this wasn't going to be easy.
I think the technical issue, I don't know if the technical issues are on my side, but we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. You're a friend of the show, and we respect you immensely. And the audience couldn't be happier. They're creaming in their jeans seeing you up on their screen.
Here's the thing. We're going to do it again, and I'm going to get a proper mic. We'll get it.
How about next time we do it in person? Because then we'll be through we'll be on the other side of this nightmare we're living through, and we can see each other and be with each other. That's the way it should be.
Well, I tell you something. That sounds really good to me, Tim.
I send you my love. I send you my respect. Go Eagles.
Together.
Go Eagles.
And we all got to stay safe.
God bless you, Paul. Go back to whatever you were doing before the interview, which was nothing. All right. That's so. What happened? Can we get a report? We had a technical.
Yeah, we're having some internet issues. Why don't we play a tune?
Okay.
And
thank you, Paul.
Take a second.
We're gonna play "Beds Are Burning" from Midnight Oil.
WOHL for rock.
Out where the river broke, the bloodwood and the desert oak, holding rats and boiling the soul, steaming 45 degrees. The time has come to say fast fare, to pay the rent, to pay your share. The time has come, that's a fact. It belongs to them, so let's give it back. How can we dance when the earth is turning? How do we sleep while the beds are burning? Giggity, giggity, giggity. How can we dance when the earth is turning? How do we sleep while the beds are burning? The time has come to save fast fare, to pay the rent now, to pay your share. We'll scare the cockatoos from Kentor East to yonder moon. The western desert leaves and breathes in 45 degrees. The time has come to say fast fare, to pay the rent, to pay your share.
Hey, Well, yep. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the we got some internet lag issues here today. I think we've problem solved it now and are maybe back in good shape. So apologies to our friend Paul Rudd, but he'll be back. There's no question on that. Let's see. Let's check in with Phil, which I don't really understand why we're doing that, because his weather report was pretty, inaccurate is the kind way of saying it. I'm curious if he's adjusted his information, adjusted his source. So let's see. Is Phil there, or did I jump the gun on this?
Phil's here.
Is it still hot out there?
Phil! What do you got for us, Phil? Did you have you adjusted your predictions?
Phil, I'm warning you.
All right.
Hello, Philly.
Phil, are you there? I see him talking, but...
I see a guy with a triangle on his head. That's all I see.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir. Come on, Phil. Let's.
My power literally just went out. So this is no joke. Hurricane Sally just knocked my power out. No bit.
That's coming through Atlanta right now, Hurricane Sally?
It is.
I was saying it was dropping so much rain, they ought to call that Hurricane Cardi B. All right.
Oh, I love it.
So Phil, can you still broadcast without power? How's that work?
I've got my cell phone tied to it, so I'm hopefully good for now. Can give you the latest update. In fact, coincidentally enough, I was getting ready to talk about Hurricane Sally.
Wow, we're in the eye of the storm here. That's terrific. Sorry, Doug, we're out of seltzer water.
Yeah. And the danger that comes with hurricanes, as we know, is flash flooding. And we all know what that means. When there's flash flooding, it's time to be on the lookout for toilet snakes. Because when the floodwaters rise, the toilet snakes can work their way through the storm drains. They subsequently get their way into your home. And next thing you know, you're sitting on the toilet and you've been bitten by a water moccasin on the testicles.
All right. I'm just writing Paul Rudd back.
So,
it's not complicated. I go out of my way to reach out to these people. These are A-listers. I do it for this show, and I do it humbly, and I do it respectfully. And I'm not saying to Paul Rudd that I've got 1 million listeners and he has to do this because it's good for him. He's doing it because of the respect he has for me, Phil. And then I get him on the Zoom. And I've got a crack staff here of tech folks who tell me we're going to have a smooth show. And then it's nothing but trouble for him. And so he's writing me saying, hey, sorry that didn't go so well. I mean, he's the nicest guy everyone knows he's the nicest guy in the world. He says, sorry that was bumpy. Maybe it was on my end. Now I got to go hat in hand and say, Paul, it's on us. We fucked up. We disrespected you. And we put on a bad show. Look, so you can go on with your clown act and your snakes on a plane, whatever it is. But I'm putting out fires here because these are relationships that I have to protect.
Phil?
So go ahead, continue.
Well, you can look at green. Does that look fake to you? I mean, pulling the snake out of the toilet, that's the kind of stuff I'm dealing with here, with flooding and hurricanes, snakes biting my genitals. This is no joke. So if you want to laugh that off, you go right ahead. You can go back to Phil Rudd or Paul Rudd. It doesn't matter to me.
WOHL.
Anything else?
Rock.
That's the weather for now. I'll be back here in a few minutes with another local update on fecal rain.
Let's take another caller.
Did you say fecal rain? Let's talk to the audience. Let's bring them in and Phil, get out of here. Go make sure there aren't any trees coming down in your house. The house that you nearly burnt down a few weeks ago.
Phil?
Jesus.
Phil?
He's a dud.
Let's talk to Dot.
He's a dud.
Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Hi, Dot.
Hi.
You can understand my frustrations, right, Dot?
Absolutely, 100%, 200%, in fact.
We've been the guys. Guys. Let me just speak frankly with you. We're all on this journey together. The office hours marathon, the office hours quest for the perfect show, for the perfect form of entertainment. We circle around. We circle around it. We get real close sometimes. Sometimes it feels like we're a million miles away. But I'll tell you something. The journey is... Get that music out of my ear. Get it out.
Make a good point.
The journey is the reason, not the destination. When we hit that perfect show, and hey, maybe you know what? Maybe we've already done it. I don't even know. When we get there, all we're going to do is head back and start again. Because it's about the journey. It's about the quest. It's not about the gold medal. Because guess what, folks? We're not getting one.
Stay tuned and you could win a free
What the hell's on your face there,
Orson's
girl?
Horse Farm.
It's my real hands.
Uh-huh.
These are my fake hands.
Okie doke. Thank you for that. What can we help you with this morning?
Oh, who, me? I need employment. I need a job.
Hell yeah. What do you do?
I don't do nothing.
I know, but what do you want to do? What are you qualified to do? Art history?
I'm qualified to whatever an English major does. Whatever that degree does.
Oh, God. Well, you got to be kicking yourself in the back. You didn't go to like a train engineering school or something like that. What about copper welding?
Why?
Go down to DeVry and get yourself some skill. Go learn how to become an AC repair woman, or become a firefighting pilot of helicopters that put fires out. That's what we need right now. We don't need English majors.
What you mean?
Why don't you enlist in the United States Army and become a part of the National Guard so you can go quell the civil unrest in our country right now? And ensure that people are not being, there's a lot of voter fraud out there. And we need our soldiers on the streets enforcing voting restrictions. There's way too many people that are just lazily voting without any kind of credentials. And we need to stamp these people out.
Unacceptable.
Why? I want to give you an opportunity now. I want to give you an opportunity. How big can Ant-Man get? How small can Ant-Man get?
I'm too old for this shit.
By the way, I have not gotten any compliments from Doug or Vic. I like those pits, guys. Somebody out there in the world has some beautiful wet pits. Like, these are sopping wet. You know what? See what I'm looking at? Matt? Give me that boy with the sweaty pits.
What color shirt?
Wait, what is it? What was a compliment that
he's showing his pits. I don't need to tell you the color of his shirt, but it is gray.
I'm not seeing.
What compliment are you fishing for? I was gonna. What
was your compliment going to be?
Well,
Vic?
when I was driving in my car, I had my streaming service on, and I hit the radio.
Yeah.
And guess what song came up? Your
Property.
song. Your song. Yes, came up.
Oh, Your Song by Elton John.
No.
I complimented that song already.
I'm not looking for that compliment.
Your pits are dry today.
My pits are dry. Actually, it's a kind of shirt where you wouldn't know the difference one way or the other.
You're looking slimmer?
I have lost some weight, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see it, do you, Doug? You're too into your own scene.
I get in here and I focus on my drops. I take my glasses off and I can't see anything.
I have lost at least 10 pounds since I've seen you.
Congrats, Tim.
That's awesome.
I'm focused on my health. I've been eating well.
1, 2, 3.
I've been doing my long walks. My ankle is healed. It doesn't hurt. I mean, listen, I still have... I don't want to look like I'm sick or dying or anything. But what happens, I think, a lot of times is I can lose weight fairly quickly. It comes off quick. But the last place it goes is this big old belly, right? So you end up getting you lose all the weight in your face, and then you still have this. You look like that guy. Who's that New York Times journalist who died?
Roger Ebert
Roger Ebert, get him out of here. Rock and roll, Vic. Push.
Legs McNeil.
Matt, this guy, he was like the media. David Carr. Look up David Carr. He had this big old belly, but he was real skinny. We are 4 minutes away from giving away a free horse.
Congrats on your
Matt,
weight
can I
loss
see this
and your
guy?
health, Tim. We're looking forward to another. Here's to another 10.
Do you want it?
1, 2, 3.
We want Joel back on. What do you want to give away this horse, or we want to get a winner? What do
I
we
just want to talk to Pittsman over here.
Pittsman. I got him. Josh,
Pittsman.
right? With the
Josh.
hat? Show us your pits.
Josh, let's see those beautiful wet stained pits.
Wow.
There he is.
Where are they? We can't see them.
Come on, put them up. There they are. Yeah, you can see them, Vic. Look at that ridge.
There we go.
It looks like it looks like the coastline of the north of like the northeast.
It's a work
Put
of
them up
art.
again. Put them up again. Put them up again. Put them up again. Look at that. It's New York and Maine. It goes up into.
Wow.
It's a beautiful coastline.
Were
It's
you
the
doing
Atlantic.
Were you doing anything to earn those pits, or were you just sitting around? Is it hot in there?
Yeah, I was playing drums and guitar.
Whoa.
Where are you calling
Kinda
in
get
from?
sweaty doing that. Bellingham, Washington.
You getting smoked out up there?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's give us a first-hand look at the awful apocalypse happening on the west coast of our great country, our failed state.
It's terrible.
We're going to take a look at the smokes. Oh, hi, doggy.
Oh, there we go.
Is that your last dog of the month club dog?
Yeah, I just got her in.
Spending some final moments with him. Okay, what do we got? Let's see if he can
We also have a lot of dogs, and they're
focus
great dogs,
out there.
and we cherish them.
Oh boy, look at that, guys!
Whoa.
Yikes! How's the? So, and you smell it, right? You smell it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. We are sitting right underneath the Bobcat fire in Los Angeles, which is right up in the Angeles forest, and it's I've said 4 or 5 days now of like noticeable. You see it in the air,
It's
you
all over
smell
your car.
it, you cough, and you can't be outside for very long. It's been I did my walk anyways, but it's not good for you. It's like smoking. I should go back to smoking cigarettes inside. I was going to tell my wife, to say, honey, I got news. I'm starting smoking. And I'll be smoking indoors. I will be smoking indoors, and I will be smoking a pack a day. I'll be smoking after dinner. I'll be smoking in bed when I wake up.
Smoking. Who started that fire? Bobcat Goldthwait?
Oh, did you see that, Doug? There was a. This came on somewhere online. It said apparently Bobcat.
The last time I was here,
Yeah.
Bobcat was on Jay Leno in like the 90s. And he set his chair on fire.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like a stunt.
Yeah. Wow.
And he was fined, I guess, or he got in trouble for it. Had to pay some kind of restitution. But somebody was saying, they prefer that Bobcat fire to the one we're going through right now.
Well, how did Jay react to that? Was he pissed? Or was he laughing?
He must have loved it. I mean, it was like, this is ratings gold. Everyone's going to be talking about this at the water cooler tomorrow.
No, I think he hated it.
I could see him getting mad.
It's a family show. Bobcat, come on.
my ass is as big as a house.
Bobcat's a good guy, though.
Yeah.
I
Right?
Mm-hmm. That night.
He's a fan of yours, Vic.
Yeah.
We got to
Very
have him on
cool.
the show. I
Definitely.
think the audience would love that. All right, Matt, it's time to pick our 10th caller. Let's get Joel on the phone. Joel from Orson's Horse Farm.
I'm here.
Hey, Joel. Listen,
Stay tuned and you could win a free horse from Orson's Horse Farm.
it is time. And what we're going to do is, Matt, you're going to pick a random 10th caller and send them to me, and you're going to make the announcement, Matt. So go for it.
Yeah,
The
start
floor is yours.
dialing right now.
Get in there, folks, and start focusing and mentally prepare yourself for the eventuality that you are going to be a horse owner. So let's do this.
On WOHL and rip off the knob.
Hour left on the WOHL marathon here. We're going to go for another hour and then say goodbye.
All right, we got caller number 10. Here you are. What's your name?
This is Esteban.
What? Put your hand
My
down.
name's Esteban.
Esteban, put your hand down. You look like a fool. Shame on you. Congratulations, Esteban! You just won one free horse!
Dude, you're getting a horse. Dude, you're getting a horse.
How exciting is this, man?
Sounds like a COVID cough.
No, not yet.
I've been talking for 2 hours straight. Esteban, tell me about this. How exciting. You are about to receive a free horse from Orson's Horse Farm. Where are you?
I am losing my mind.
This is so exciting. Where are you going to put this dang horse?
I have no idea. I live in a 500 square foot room.
Where?
This
What
horse is
city
going
are
to
you
die. I live in Fredericksburg, Texas. Close to
Fredericksburg,
Austin.
Texas. Oh, right near Austin. Okay. Well, that's good. That's horse country, pal. That's terrific. Well, you're not going to be able to keep the horse inside your apartment, I think. That seems a little ridiculous, right?
No, it's a little house, but
It's a little house.
Do you
have a backyard?
I do have a backyard.
Do you have a stable?
No, I could build one.
Do you have
You go on
access to
YouTube.
hay? Do you have access to hay?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, I think you're going to be just fine. Joel from Orson's Horse Farm. What are the details here? When can Esteban expect to receive his free horse?
Well, that was the first question I had for him. We have kind of a new owner checklist, and the first thing I wanted to ask is whether he has a trailer when he to come pick up your horse.
Oh, he has to pick up the horse?
Yeah, we'll make it available on site. If you don't have a trailer, we have a few options available for you, depending on what price range you're in.
I actually have access to a trailer. I'm not kidding.
Okay. Well, I hope I'm not kidding. So you're up for going up to Wisconsin to pick up your free horse?
Yeah, that's only like 3 or 4 day drive from here, I think.
I don't know about 3 or 4 from that's straight up north. You're straight up, and you're going to be right there in Wisconsin. So, all right. So I'm sorry, Joel. I thought that this horse was going to. I apologize to Esteban. I thought that this horse was being delivered. I guess that's not part of the deal.
Yeah.
Why don't you go up there, fly up to Wisconsin, and ride the horse back?
Not a bad idea.
I'm down. I'm down for that.
That sounds like a long ride. So Joel, when can Esteban head up to your farm to pick up the horse? Anytime, or is there any prep that you need?
He can head up anytime. We'd like him here within 3 days to pick it up. Otherwise,
Otherwise, what?
I guess. So I don't know. We'll set it free or whatever. But he needs to be up here by then. And then
Or what? I'm sorry, Joel. What? I mean,
what?
Or we'll just set it free. I mean, we're the barn burned down, so our resources are pretty limited. So
where's the horse right now? Where's the horse right now, Joel?
It's just in the yard.
The yard. Okay. All right. Well, Matt, we'll have to talk.
Is it broken?
We'll have to talk about working with Orson's Horse Farm. You said I thought it was just like a nice big complex where they have lots of horses. And stuff.
I'm curious though. Is the horse broken?
Broken in? Yeah. Yeah.
Who broke
I'd
it?
say
When was it broken?
Just
All right, Esteban,
very recently.
Esteban, we'll connect you with Joel up there, and you guys can work out the details about going up there and picking up your horse, getting it back into Fredericksburg. Good luck with that. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you like Grammy winners, if you like world, how do you describe it? I mean, just sort of iconic top 10 groups of all time, then you've come to the right place, because we couldn't be more excited to have 2 members of one of the most...
I think their plane is still landing.
Oh, they're still arriving.
They're still...
I'm right on schedule here, Matt.
I know, you're on schedule.
I'm doing what I need to do. Let's
Why don't we check in with a caller, or maybe Sarah.
Let's check in with Sarah real quick, and then a caller.
Let me unmute
Sarah Squirm, are you feeling any better about this?
Can I be honest with you?
I have to say something, Sarah. I apologize to do this to you, but it really feels like you haven't made a single... Seems like you haven't eaten any spaghetti since we last spoke with you.
Oh, well, easy for you to say, Mr. I'm in a studio with my little friends and my little microphones and my little headphones. And easy for you to say, meanwhile, I'm sick. I'm sick to my damn stomach.
Have you vomited yet?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Tim. I'm very Jewish, and I decided to put a little shaky Parmesan cheese on my pasta.
Uh-huh.
So, being Jewy Jew that I am, the cheese hit my stomach, and I've been blasting ass for the past 3 hours.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
I don't feel good, Tim.
Okay, well, listen, Sarah, at any point, if you want to say, pull up the white flag and say, I know, all respect, it's not the end of the world. You could maybe take your...
I think that voids the world record.
That is fine. I mean, listen... Not everybody is going to achieve their dreams. Not everybody's going to achieve their the ultimate success. You can't win every round you play. Look at the Eagles. They lost their first game, but they're going to come back and they're going to play as hard as they can on Sunday. And we hope they win. We hope they cream the Rams.
Tim, do you even know how much money I spent on this pasta?
I mean, how much money could you have possibly spent?
$4?
We're looking at anywhere between $3 to $4 on this pasta.
All right. Well, listen, money's not everything, and some you win some, you lose some, Sarah. So I thought this was going to be a more positive experience for you. It's been a bit of a drag to hear you having such trouble with this. So we'll just listen. I don't know, Doug. Do you have any advice for her or something? I don't know what to tell her. It feels like this has become way more.
I've seen these competitions where these guys eat all this food. Why don't you try with the water technique? Dunk it in water. Get the
Yeah, Sarah, do you have a glass of water over there or anything?
Yeah, I do actually. I could give it the old Dunkaroo.
Yeah,
give it water.
Give it a little water. Just douse that spaghetti with some good old fashioned.
I was going to suggest making a milkshake out of it. Put it in a blender and just
there you go.
Just drink it down.
Yeah, drink it.
Right.
Also, you didn't need to put the sauce on there. That's not part of the spaghetti. It's the spaghetti.
Right.
I needed a lubrication to get down the
you can't just eat dry spaghetti. That's
you get a little wet, but you don't have to put all that red stuff on there.
All right.
Well, you got to put a little red stuff on it to give a little bit of personality over
when
here.
When it comes back out, you want it to be nice and white.
All right, Sarah. Good luck to you. Let's talk.
Hang in there.
I think actually there's something. Give us 1 second with the feed here. Hold on 1 second.
We have transmission coming in. So we got an interruption. Hello? Anyone there? Sorry, we lost signal. Is somebody there?
We had. Did you guys land yet? Your plane? Are you there? Can you say something?
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Dublin. It's the Bono and Edge. Ladies and gentlemen, Bono and Edge. How exciting is this?
Bono,
yes.
Sonny Bono.
All right.
How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. What an honor to have you guys here. You guys are you in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Something like that.
Well, either you are or you aren't, but
I know they've got some of our stuff in there.
Yeah. This is exciting. I mean, you guys, I mean, from Sunday, Bloody Sunday to Achtung Baby, Zoo TV, the hits go on and on and on with you guys, and just absolutely iconic group. Well, how are you guys handling the whole pandemic?
Probably as well as everyone else. Just wearing our masks and putting on a lot of
imaginary barrier right here that keeps us safe.
Yeah. I never heard Edge talk before, and I will. That streak continues.
He's like the Teller of the.
Yeah, you're like
two.
Teller from Penn and Teller. Listen,
he doesn't say much. But when he does,
my producer tells me that you guys are itching to play us one of your classic songs. Would you give us one of your beautiful songs?
We can do that, and we think that this one is, appropriate for the times and what's going on right now. So, for all of us that are stuck at home and wherever else you're stuck at, this is Stuck in a Moment.
Stuck in a Moment from U2. Take it away, boys.
It's Morning Madness. Heidecker, Shovel and Skunk.
for sale. But those that you bring, it's nice to fill with fireworks, left you with nothing. You're still enchanted by the light you brought to me. Listen through your ears, through your eyes I can see. You're such a fool to worry like you do. Oh, no, it's tough. You never get enough. You don't really need now. My oh my, you've got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment, can't get out of it. Oh Lord, look at you now, stuck in a moment, can't get out of it. I was unconscious, half asleep. Water was warm to discover. I was a jumping, for me it was a fall. It's a long way down to nothing at all. Baby, now you've got to get yourself together. You got stuck in a moment, can't get out of it. Don't say that later will be better. Now you're stuck in a moment, can't get out of it. And if the night rolls over, and if the day won't last, if your way should falter along that stony path, and if the night runs over, and if the day won't last, and if your way should falter along that stony path, it's just a moment, it's just a moment, just a moment.
All right.
This too shall
This too shall pass. Thank you, boys. I gotta tell you, I am. That was beautiful. Let's hear a round of applause for you two. I am so glad that it's you two and not the other two freeloaders, Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen Jr. I always think. I believe this. I used to do this as a joke, but I think I don't know. You can confirm or deny this, but I truly do believe that the U2 stands for the untalented two, and as in reference to the other two clowns, your drummer and bass player, Adam Clayton and Larry Mullen Jr. Could be any two drummer. It could be any drummer, any bass player, but U2 is not U2 without Bono and Edge. That's my point of view. I hope you respect that.
Well,
all right. Thank you, boys.
thanks for having us.
All the best.
God bless you. Be safe.
May the luck of the Irish smile on you.
Take care, guys.
All the best.
God bless you.
God bless you, Bono.
Relax and pour yourself.
All righty then.
Three Stooges coffee. Thank you, Tim.
Oh, boy. That was cool to see the band U2, or at least half of them.
Alrighty then.
You have the Fab Four, but then you have the untalented two. That's who I believe. That's what I believe.
Alrighty then.
On the phone is America's Funny Man. One of the greatest comedians this side of the Mississippi and on the other side of the Mississippi as well. One of the great comedians, Neil Hamburger, thanks for calling in. How's it going on your part of the world? What's happening? Where are you calling from?
There's so much claptrap and noises and things like that. It's hard to hear hard to get in a word edgewise.
I apologize.
You're going to play all these rinky-dink recordings, and I mean, it sounds like the inside of an amusement park there, and that's not the way to do a radio program. Well, you got to get those guys out of there, and just speak to the people. I mean, it's very hard to communicate with his blips and bleeps and blurps and the gaseous, flatulent sounds and all that sort of thing.
Well, I hear that, and I've been begging these guys to cool it down, especially when great guests like you come on. But I know you don't want to spend your time here giving notes about the quality of our show. I wanted to ask you, sir.
Well, the quality is good. The quality is good. I'm not knocking the quality. I'm knocking the bleeps and the blurps and the bloops.
We don't want to. We'll clear the lines for you, sir, and we will give you the respect that you deserve. There'll be no tomfoolery behind me. Trust me on that. Stop that. Now listen, where are you right now? Where are you calling us from, Neil?
Well, as you know, I had been holed up in Clovis at the Best Western for many weeks because of this lockdown. You know, I can't do the shows that I normally do. And then I came out to West Hills, which is closer to where you are, and was there at the Super 8 for a couple of weeks. And quite frankly, I could not keep away from all these, these maskless, slobbering, sputtering pigs that are just everywhere, and making it very likely that I would get sick and be unable to tell my jokes. So I had to get out of Los Angeles completely.
Wow!
And that's what I've done. I've gone very far away, about 3 hours away. I found this place.
Oh, where's that? Is it undisclosed, or can you reveal?
Well, it's uncharted. It's an island. It's about 3 hours, and you leave from Hermosa Beach, or I think you could probably leave from anywhere on the coast if you knew how to get there.
If you had the trajectory,
it's just a little island. It's just a nice little island, and it's actually very historic in that this was the original Gilligan's Island, not the TV show, but the original, the actual Gilligan and that crew of people that shipwrecked there that they based the show on. And so that's where I am, and it's very historic. There's no one else here. And it's very fresh air.
How long does it take to get out there?
He just said
3
hours.
3 hours.
Okay, so I didn't realize.
Have you seen the show?
Yeah,
we've seen right in the theme song. It's 3 hours.
We've already seen.
I skipped the theme song part.
I think we all have seen Gilligan's Island. So I didn't realize Gilligan's Island is based on a real place.
Yeah, the real folks that shipwrecked, they weren't as funny as on the TV show, and they had to merge some of the characters. Apparently, the professor was Gilligan. Gilligan was a professor, and then but the rest of them are exactly as they were on the show. Just as I say, a little less funny. And I found some diaries here and things like that. They didn't base the TV shows on the diaries because the diaries were buried. I actually found them when I was digging for ants to eat.
So. I assume now it's not a deserted island if you were able to find it. I mean, it's so were the original Gilligan cast, the actor, or not the actors, but the real people that were stranded on that island, were they eventually rescued and returned home safely?
Well, it's interesting. I've had time to explore this island, and I found, I guess you'd call it a makeshift sort of cemetery or graveyard. That they set up for the ones that passed away. So you have the skipper is buried here, and I've seen his grave, and the millionaire and also his wife. She passed on, and then there's a grave for Ginger and Marion. Now in the show it was Marianne, but the grave says Marion. But here's the interesting thing. Is that there's no grave for Professor Gilligan. So he obviously was the one that buried the rest of them. And I don't know if he's on this island and I'm going to run across him. I found some bones that could have been his, but honestly, it looked more like bones of a wolf. So I'm not sure what's going on. Had he lived, Professor Gilligan would have been in his 80s at this point.
I'm a little confused. How do we know? How do we know their story? I mean, how do people know about these people to tell the story that became the TV show Gilligan's Island?
Oh, it's in some of the encyclopedias. You just have to, you do your research and things. And I guess some of these Hollywood, these screenwriters are, a lot of them are druggies and don't get their work done on time. So rather than write a new story, they just found this story about this sad group of people that shipwrecked and just took the whole thing. Aside from, I don't know why they split Professor Gilligan into two characters. That is a mystery. I don't know if I'll be able to solve it while I'm here. I don't know that any of the people here knew about the show, honestly.
It's fascinating. A couple of things that have kind of popped up in my head as I'm hearing about this is, I suppose we're breaking a little bit of news here that it sounds like this is you're the first to kind of put this two and two together. This island you found is the site of the original Gilligan's Island. That's what I'm understanding. So that seems kind of like fairly notable. Have you told anybody else? Have I just missed this?
It's not the original. It's the real. The difference. Right. The original was the TV show. This is the real Gilligan's Island.
But no one knows about this. Nobody knows about this. You've discovered it.
Well, I think some people know about it. You guys don't. But you guys, it seems like your world is playing bleeps and blips and blurps and not studying history.
So are you saying I'm asking you, it's common knowledge that there's a real Gilligan's Island out there where these real people were? Well,
I knew about it.
You knew about it.
I knew about it, and that's why I went out here.
What about Fantasy?
Because I thought,
Doug wants to know what about Fantasy.
That's just a TV show. Come on.
That's
just a TV show.
Well, how am I supposed to know that's not a real Fantasy Island?
You can tell when you watch it. It's all props. It's a set. It's a set. That's fake.
Okay. So
I have another question about the real Gilligan's Island. So you were looking
Professor Gilligan's Island.
You're looking
Professor Gilligan's Island.
You said you're looking for ants to eat? Like what kind of food?
Yeah, I mean there's not. Well, I'm eating a lot of honey and ants and
what about coconuts?
Basically combinations of that.
What about
There's
coconuts?
no coconuts here. It's not like on the TV show. It's not like on the TV show. There's no line where I found no clothesline where anyone was ever drying their $100 bills like on the TV show. I don't think that happened. I think that was
what about the bicycle
screenwriter's delusion.
I'm just curious if they starved to death the original crew the real Officer Gilligan.
Well, they may. I mean, there's graves. There's several graves.
But that's how they died.
Dig them up and do an autopsy.
You think they died from that or from old age? Is there dates on the graves?
These guys didn't have calendars. This is a deserted island. I know on the TV show they had all kinds of amenities, but this isn't the TV show. This is the real Gilligan's Island. Now, I'm lucky that my phone works because these phone satellites are so high in the air. Well, the satellites are quite high. Have you ever seen a satellite floating around? Of course not.
No.
Because they're so high up there that as long as you're high up enough, you can get the phone signals. And then I bought 2 solar phone chargers before I set out on the 3-hour tour. So I'm set for a while. Now, if the phone chargers stop working, and these are Amazon basics, so they probably will.
So what's your plan? What's your long-term plan? And do you have a way? How did you get to the island? And do you have a method to get off the island? I guess would be a good question.
I went out with a charter boat operator. I had to pay him, and he dropped me off. Now, the weather was very rough on the way here, and the tiny ship was tossed around a bit. So I hope he made it back safely. I suggest that he stay there as well, but he didn't have any interest in it. He said he wanted to get back to Hermosa Beach, so that's his choice. I don't know. I suppose I could text him and see if he got back. I've only been here about a week.
And how are you planning to get off the island? To communicate with the charter captain and have him scoop you back up?
Well, I mean, I've got phone access, so maybe I'll get you guys to come get me. Doug seems like the kind of guy that knows how to operate a boat.
No. So,
Doug, he seems like the kind of guy that could get me out of this mess.
So you consider this a mess you're in? That you're on a deserted island? Is there any shelter?
Well, we don't want to add any more graves to that island. So I could put together a canoe or something. But
I have a question, Neil.
That's what. I don't want to get off it now, and it's a mess in that. Honestly, I'd rather be there with you guys, having some fun and telling some jokes. But as long as everybody's slobbering, I mean, and then the thing is that the smoke from these fires.
Terrible.
The best case scenario would be if they came out in the news and said, "Hey, guess what, guys? Good news. the smoke actually killed the virus.
The smoke would
I was
kill the
hoping
virus.
for
That would be
because
terrific, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be great? And I was hoping for that, and it did not pan out. So that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Now, I hope I'm not stuck here forever. I don't want to end up, a pile of bones like Professor Gilligan. But
any
that
evidence?
could happen. We'll see. It's up to you guys.
Is there any evidence there that this so-called Professor Gilligan was kind of a bumbling fool, or any kind of evidence that he was inept in any kind of way? Or is that more of the Hollywood Sherwood Schwartz treatment?
That's what I think, because the makeshift graveyard, I have to assume that he was involved with that because, as I said, everyone else is there but him. The headstones are very nice. They're symmetrical. They're carved with wood. He spelled all the words right. They're spaced very evenly. It's it's not forest lawn, but as far as little graveyards go, it's quite good.
That's very interesting that he took the time and sort of care to bury all them, and somehow, maybe it seems like he was the last man standing there on the island. Clearly,
now
clearly, he could still be here. I don't know.
Was Gilligan
you think
the guy
he
with
might?
the hat?
Sorry, Doug. You
the
think
guy with the hat?
Gilligan.
He was the professor.
Well, on the TV show, no. In real life, there was a Professor Gilligan. No, they took Professor Gilligan and they split him into a dumb character and a professor. I don't know why they did that. That's terrible. But if you've seen, you see like the Ray Charles movie or any of these biopics, they often do these composite characters. This is sort of a reverse composite character, I guess.
Well, just one question. So you believe that there's a chance that Professor Gilligan might still be alive on the island somewhere? There's no evidence that he's. Well,
he might have left.
He might have escaped, right?
No. I found some bones, but the jaw, there was a skull that looked more like a wolf's skull.
A wolf.
Than the professor's skull. So I don't think that's the only bones I've found so far. Now, it's not the hugest island, but I haven't been here long enough. There could be some caves. He could be in one of the caves.
And you haven't encountered you haven't encountered the Harlem Globetrotters or anything like that?
I have not seen them, and there's no graves for them either.
Okay.
And that's a big team.
One more question.
There must be 15 people on the team.
One more question. Where do you lodge at night? Do you have some kind of like a hammock set up like Gilligan and the Skipper had? Anything like that? How do you
exactly
sleep?
Like that? Yeah, it's probably. I mean, there was a hammock that was kind of rotted away, I guess, from the exposure to the elements. But parts of it were still intact, and so I was able to sort of piece together. I wouldn't say it's a good hammock. I'd say that I should have gone to Pier 1 Imports or something before I set out on this trip. And on the TV show, those guys, they brought all kinds of things, but I'm afraid I didn't plan ahead as well as I should have.
All right. Well, listen, Neil Hamburger, we wish you the best of luck. We hope you get back safely. I would suggest keeping, it sounds like we're eating up quite a bit of your phone battery on this call, so I don't want you to end up with...
It's solar.
Oh, it's solar. Okay, good. Well, then
I have a solar charger. I can charge it. My phone's better charged than yours, guys. I promise you that. Because I keep the solar charger plugged in all the time. It's at 100% right now. What's yours at? I bet it's not 100.
It's not. You're correct. All right, Mr. Hamburger, good luck to you, and I hope everything turns out right. How interesting to discover that the Gilligan's Island program was based on a real island.
Tim, it's too bad he's not.
Good luck to you. All the best. Anything else you want to add? Anything you want to plug?
If you guys want to visit, that's fine. But you gotta get tested before I would allow that.
I see. Of course.
This island has no coronavirus here at all. Well, it's very pure.
Sounds like a true paradise, and no fires to speak of either, I assume.
I can see, this is 3 hours away, but I can see that something's gone wrong on the mainland from here.
Final word, Doug.
I'd rather go to Vince Gilligan's Island. Probably has better amenities.
There you go.
Yeah, it probably does, but it's probably filled with all these PAs and camera guys and all these people that'll give you the COVID.
All right, Neil, take care. Thank you for calling in. We always appreciate it, and good luck out there in the high seas in the middle of nowhere.
Congratulations on your 1,000th episode, guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. All right, let's hear from Black Betty with Ram Jam coming in at number 1.
WOHL. Rock the WOHL and rip off the knob.
Black bear at the shop, Bambulan, the dolphin go wide, Bambulan's in the wood and the mine, Bambulan's the dolphin come blind, Bambulan, so Black Betty, Bambulan, so Black Betty, Bambulan. So Black Betty, Bambulam, she really gets behind. Bambulam, we don't like so light. Bambulam, she's so right steady. Bambulam, she's so right steady. Bambulam, so
I love pretty music.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:34. I love that 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it to me, boys. Give it to me. Give me the 1, 2, 3, 4, please.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, please.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Can I get 1, 2, 3, 4?
Come on. 1, 2, 3.
I need 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 1, 2. 1, 2.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doug, can you hit me with that, please? 1, 2, 3, 4, please.
1, 2, 3.
No, play 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3, 4? It's 12:34. That's why I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 1 second.
1, 2, 3.
That's 1, 2, 3. I want 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
4. Say it.
5.
No, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not that hard.
3.
4.
10.
No.
1.
Vic, do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, please?
3, 4. 4. 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do 1, 2, 3, 4? If you can't, just tell me.
1, 2, 3.
Hold on. You got all that?
No, I don't. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. All you're giving me is 1, 2, 3.
3, 4.
There you go. Thank you, everybody. On the phone or on Zoom right now, actually, is from the Donald Trump campaign, son of Donald Trump. Donald Trump Jr. is joining us via Zoom. He's going to talk about his new book and what's on his mind. I'd like to welcome to the show Don Jr. Don, how you doing? Don, you there?
Yeah, guys, I'm doing well. Oh, got there that it's biodegradable.
What? Sorry, you're breaking up there. We got a little tech thing. So how's it going with your father's campaign right now?
Well, you know, I think, you know, the Democrats are going to do what Democrats do. They'll blame Trump, you know, that there's riots in Democrat states, in Democrat cities, run by Democrat governors and Democrat mayors and Democrat city councils, in some cases for 100 years, that it's Trump's fault. I mean, I don't think anyone's buying that. They tried selling it, just like they tried selling it as peaceful protest for a while. People were like, it's not really. Oh, no, if it's not peaceful protesting, then it's Trump's fault. I was like, well, what happened? How do you make that flip? But they can, and they will do it with a straight face. The reality is, you know, you see the stuff that came out of the CDC the other day that said my father's peddling fake news because the CDC put out things saying that, yeah, you know, listen.
Don, sorry.
6% of the coronavirus deaths that were previously coronavirus, only 6% of them were actually coronavirus.
Okay, yeah, Don, I'm sorry, we got a Paul Rudd situation going here. I know you don't tolerate wearing a mask during the pandemic. Why not just put one on though? Is it that big a deal for you? Are you there?
But people live and let live. I mean, the Republican Party is the true party of tolerance.
Right.
Now, that doesn't mean, you know, I've been open about this too. That doesn't mean I don't draw the line. Some places, again, I don't care how you even identify. Where I start to care is when, you're 6'2", 285 and jacked, and you decide you want to be a woman and compete against, my daughter in sports.
Okay. I'm talking about wearing a mask, though.
I don't identify how you want, but it's interesting. When I've come out on some of those things, and again, I don't give a crap if you're trans or not. That makes no difference to me. It's when you sort of, let's have the best. Let's take a female athlete who's top of her game, who's worked her whole life. I'm a journeyman male athlete. It's not working out so well. Congratulations. I'm going to flip it. Now I'm a state champion. I'm getting your scholarship.
Don, I'm trying to interrupt you there.
And I've said it. I've been very vocal about it. I've even put it out on Twitter. And it's interesting because if I put out anything on Twitter,
right.
Before someone could have even read my tweet, they're up there with the hate mail and the hate commentary. But when I do that one, it's sort of interesting. I get this note like, damn it.
Yeah.
Ah, man. Damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. God damn it. I hate him, but I'm with Don Jr. on this one.
Yep. All right. Well, I saw that you had some trouble online, but
Twitter a few weeks ago, China putting out disinformation. I mean, they acknowledge these are Chinese government officials disseminating coronavirus disinformation on Twitter does not violate their community standards. But me putting up a tweet about a couple doctors treating patients with hydroxychloroquine in the field, medical doctors doing it, seeing real results, I say, wow, this is great. I didn't even say, hey, this is fact. I said, interesting, because it's very different than the narrative we've been spoofing. I know, and I've seen it. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, stop. It's over. I got thrown off Twitter.
Hello?
Yeah, I got in trouble with Instagram back in the day when I called out Jussie Smollett, and I just said, I don't know. Like, if this happened in America, you fry those bastards. That shit does not fly here.
Right.
But oh my God.
Okay,
damn it. God damn it.
Get up off Twitter.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Anyone there? Don?
That was on Don's side.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got everything running okay over here. That's Don Jr. speaking on behalf of the President of the United States. He's all riled up.
Really? What
do you think of Don Jr. Shovel? He's got a lot of energy.
I like that he brings the energy to the show. It's just unfortunate that he couldn't really answer the question. I mean, he kind of dodged your question a little bit. Kind of like shifted it into this.
It's a tactic. You just start talking about what you want.
Talk about something else.
Let's take a call.
Like he had an agenda.
He's doing this.
Not that I disagree with it. But
he's doing this a lot. I'm going to start doing this in my ranting. We have a caller on the line? Anybody want to chime in?
Let's see if Jake the unemployed chimp has anything to say.
Jake the unemployed chimp. Hello. I love the sound of that. I love talking to animals.
Hey.
Hello, Jake.
Hi.
Okay, let's see. You get a very short leash on this one, Jay. Jay, is it Jay?
Jake
and the Fat Man. It's me. That would be him and me. Couple weeks ago. So, Jake, what do you got for me?
Yeah, so I lost my job because of COVID, and I was just wondering if you or the Shovel or Skunk had any suggestions on, new employment that I should pursue.
What were you doing?
An idea. Just pick up a shovel and start digging.
There you go.
Someone needs a hole.
Okay.
There's always holes that need. What's the line from Caddyshack? The world needs ditch diggers too.
The shovel needs to shovel.
What were you doing, friend?
What was I doing? I was working the makeup counter at Sears.
The makeup counter at Sears? There's no makeup counter at Sears. Get this guy out of here.
Come on.
Yeah.
There could have been.
Really? You think?
Wait, what? Maybe. Sears isn't even.
I mean, it's a big. I mean,
Sears
they're
is
gone. They're turning into Amazons, but
Sears is sort of like that's where you get power tools, and they've got some clothes there. But I don't think they don't have a makeup department, do they?
Yeah, they have everything's department store.
Not anymore. They don't.
So what's your training? What kind of background do you have? What do you want to do? How can we? You can't just ask for a job advice and not give us any information.
I used to be a telephone operator.
Everyone's a telephone operator.
Yeah. See,
you know what? Sometimes you just got to give him the award for the day. You just got to say we did it. Like if the game is let's do the show, we try to plan things, we try to, do our best to provide you guys with some entertainment, but you don't know what's going to stick, you don't know what's going to work. But the reason you do it is because this guy, Vic, somebody, me, is going to get the hole in one. That's why you go out there on the green. And Doug did it. He got the hole-in-one. He hit the grand slam. He threw the Hail Mary touchdown. He aced it on the tennis court. Now, listen, champ, or should I say chimp, I don't want to have anything to do with a guy like you who has a giant fucking chimpanzee cutout face. That's a sign of somebody that's not a serious man. This is not a serious person. There's not a serious bone in you. So if you want to talk frank and you want me to give it to you straight, I need you to drop the mask, Jack. No.
Maybe he can start making his homemade
I have
hand sanitizer.
Yeah, you wouldn't go out looking for a job like
stuff
that.
People
though.
want.
You know what the deal is? This kid, he had his face ripped off by a chimpanzee. That's why he's got the full face rip happening, and that's why he doesn't want us to see his real face. Isn't that right, friend?
You got me. You got me.
What's up, freak bitches? We haven't even got to talk. I mean, there's so much we could talk about. We didn't get to because we're doing this WOHL shit.
Wow. Got to get to it in after hours.
That bunker. Yeah, we'll talk about the Joe Rogan bunker in after hours. By the way, after hours is going to be quick. I'm not going to spend no fucking hour in after hours.
Freak bitches.
We're going to be in there a half hour tops. Then I got to bounce.
Should we cut to an ad?
With all due respect.
Relationships turn men into bitches.
Sarah, have you given up the quest to win the world record today, or have you found a new lease on life, Sarah? The great Sarah Squirm.
Tim, can you hear me, Tim?
It seems like you've gotten more spaghetti there. What's going on?
I don't know what happened. There's literally more spaghetti than when I started. I don't know how.
Sarah, what's happening Saturday night? I've stupidly agreed to do this fundraiser that you convinced me to do.
Tim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm trying to promote your show on Saturday night.
Well, thank you so much. It is true, everybody. On Saturday night, September 19th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the late great Tim Heidecker will be performing at the time slot of 7:40 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know if I told you that yet. And
yes.
Please tune into bit.ly/DSA Comedy for Fatima, because we are doing a fundraiser for
correct.
Fatima Iqbal Zubair's State Assembly campaign for District 64 for the Watts-Compton area. And she's an incredible...
Yes.
Oh, no, please, go on.
No, I will post all this information. But what happened to me yesterday, I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago, I'm looking at my calendar on my computer, okay? And I'm looking at the week ahead. And there on Saturday, in my calendar, and I put this on Twitter, but at 9 a.m. in my calendar, it says fun. Right? I said, what
I haven't heard of that.
No, and I thought, well, what the hell is this? What do I have on Saturday morning that I've decided is going to be fun, and I've just labeled it fun?
Saturdays are for the boys.
And I just said, okay, maybe it's just something I put in months ago. I don't know what it was. I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized that I had typed in fundraiser, but it just auto-corrected to fun.
Oh, no.
And, that's the mystery solved. It is Saturday night. It is a fundraiser. Or as they say, a
Tim,
fundraiser.
I got a question for you. Are you going to be having fun at the damn fundraiser?
I intend to. I'm going to come. I need to get back to you on this. I'm going to do it live. We're going to do it live.
Oh, he's going to do it live, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not pre-taping any bullshit.
Well, that's incredible. And, just in case anybody's listening, they're saying, hey, what's Fatima Iqbal Zubair's about? Well, she's amazing. She's a socialist running for state assembly. She wants to do prison reform, honey. She wants to do healthcare reform, honey. She wants to do housing for all, honey. I mean, she wants to end environmental racism happening in South Central LA, honey. If you want to hear more, just go to FatimaStateAssembly.com, bitch.
All right, Sarah. Thank you. And listen, take some Tums or Rolaids or something. You know what I mean? We'll do it live.
Do it live.
Let's take speaking of Italian food, the last hour of our show has been brought to you by Pizza Casso. Pizza Casso.
Fancy yourself a regular Picasso, but also enjoy a pizza like a regular paisano.
Hold your next corporate event or birthday party at Pizza Casso, where the canvas is good enough to eat. Literally! The canvases are made of 100% recycled paper pulp imported from Italy, so it's sustainable and edible. The toppings are non-toxic paint in all the colors of the Italian flag and then some. Each pizza is only 600 calories, so you can manja to your heart's content. Paint, eat, repeat. Stop by and tell them the Shovel sent you for a free topping of your choice.
Keep it locked on WOHL and rip off the knob.
Now, I want to give a shout out to the Matt, who did all these great ads for us today.
Olaf Olafenson.
Olaf Olafenson! Let's hear it for Olaf, who Olaf gave us a couple weeks ago, came on and gave us, did he on the show? Did he give us
live on the air?
He gave us a sample of the kind of work he wants to do. And we said, you know what, Olaf, if you want to participate, why don't we'll send you the ideas. So all these came from our hearts and our minds.
Maybe that monkey guy could have gave us a little taste of what he does, and we could have went from there, just like Olaf is.
Right. You can't just come on with a monkey mask and expect to be given free handouts.
Whenever they have a funny costume, I find they got nothing else.
That's it.
You got to come with something else.
Who was the guy during a game night who spent all this? He was there with a John Malkovich puppet marionette, and he just stunk the room up. It was not a good impression.
But we love them all.
We love you all. We're not here without you. We don't do this into a vacuum. We don't do this because we like doing it. Speaking of the Beach Boys, let's bring in one of the great legends of all time. This is so cool. I often don't get to meet, absolutely. I mean, we had U2 on. That was exciting. And we had Rodney Dillard from the Dillards. There's a classic. Mm-hmm. And who else? Joe Dante.
Yeah.
Jack Black. Paul Rudd. We got a lot of famous people on the show, and that's why we feed off that energy. But this guy, you got Beatles, Stones, Beach Boys. Beatles, Stones, Beach Boys. Beatles, Stones, Beach Boys. And you don't have this without the lead singer. I think that's a great. This is the kind of creative force behind the group too. Mr. Mike Love.
Salam alaikum.
Mike Love. Mike, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What the hell, Mike?
Wait a minute. You guys got me?
Yeah, I see you, but I'm a little confused. This is we're looking for Mike Love.
Yeah, I'm a little confused myself. I think.
Wait a minute.
You guys are
Hold on. What's your? Who are you? Who are you?
Oh my God.
You are you?
Mike Love.
What?
I'm Mike Love.
You're Mike Love, but Mike Love are you not? You're just another Mike Love.
I'm just one of the many.
Oh, jeez.
This is Mike Love. I booked Mike Love.
I asked you to book Mike Love from the Beach Boys, not this. Anyways, let's show this guy some respect. Your name really is Mike Love?
Yeah.
Is that your real name, or is that?
That's my real name.
Oh my goodness! Well, has this been a problem for you your whole life?
Not really my whole life. It's never really been a problem for me. I mean, you would kind of think maybe it would, but it's never. The only time it's ever been a problem was when the Beach Boys Mike Love stole my Bands in Town page.
Wait, what?
For a little bit.
He did what now?
Well, there was I actually never have had any contact with him, but there was a certain point where, of course you guys probably know there's an app called Bands in Town, which is like it helps musicians promote their music, and it's kind of like you sign up and you follow a certain artist, and then when they come to your town, you get like alerted, a message, yeah. And so I don't think he had. Maybe he didn't have a Bands in Town page or something, but I had mine for years, and it wasn't like huge or anything, but I had built up, I don't know, about 30,000 subscribers or something like that. And then one day I went, to send a message out on there, and I'd been locked out of my account. And then I went and looked on my account, and it wasn't my picture anymore. It was the other guy's
The
picture.
hell?
And I was
So wait a minute. Mike Love he already stole the Beach Boys name because he kind of commandeered that out of Brian Wilson. Right. Now he shouldn't also control Mike Love as a touring act. He's already got the Beach Boys. That's outrageous.
Right, well,
Shame on you, Mike.
It was kind of like I was like, well, yeah, I know a lot of people don't like him because of everything that's happened with the Beach Boys, but I never had a problem with him up to that point.
So what kind of music do you play, Mike?
Well, I play a lot of different stuff, but it's mainly rooted in reggae music. I grew up here in Hawaii, and
you're calling us from Hawaii.
Yeah,
we were just talking to a guy who was on the original, I guess the real Gilligan's Island, which is kind of cool. I didn't know.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So, Mike, you want to play us a song?
Sure.
All right. This is Mike Love, the real Mike Love, in my opinion. The other Mike Love is a fraud. Take it away, Mike.
If you're prayerful, John will answer your prayers, so just be up for me. 'Cause I'll always be there, and please be careful to fill your heart up with care, and positivity will follow you everywhere you go. I'm a little brother. Bless you, my sister. God loves you, mama. God loves you, papa. Said it's a beautiful world that we live in, but it's a crazy world. Was it always changing? Seems like every time we get comfy and we settle down, then they uproot us and the 2% to moving. How many of my brothers and many sisters have given up their lives? Stupid guns and these wicked board games, manipulated into thinking that before they die, for their religion, killing in God's name again. Inside God, we all just the same time. So true love, I am singing from my heart, and so want you to know, yeah, I love you. Yes, and your love is the reason that we're standing here. So let me be clear, I love you. Still this war goes on, but if we run away, we will live to fight another day. And if you can't hold on, just take my hand and pray, 'cause I know that love and find a way. Only love and find a way. Yes. True love, I am singing from my heart, and so want you to know, yeah, yo, I love you. Yes, and your love is the reason that we're standing here. So let me be clear, oh Lord, I love you. If you're prayerful, Jah will answer your prayers, so just be up for it. 'Cause I will always be there, and please be careful to fill your heart up with care, and positivity will follow you everywhere you go. You're my little brother. Bless you, my sister. Oh, yeah. And Jah loves you, mama. Yeah, and Jah loves you, papa. love, I am singing from my heart and soul. Want you to know, yeah, I love you. You said your love is the reason that we're standing here. So let me be clear, why I love you. La la la, yeah, I love you. Family, sing with me. La 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 la. I love you.
Yeah! Let's hear it for the real Mike Love. All right. Well, listen, Mike.
That was awesome.
That was a big surprise. I had no idea. Listen, Mike, that was terrific. That's awesome. Is that one of yours? Is that an original?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Beautiful.
That was a beautiful song. Where can people find your music? Are you just online as Mike Love?
Man. Yeah, it's Mike Love Music is my website, and usually most of my social media is under Mike Love Music or Mike Love Hawaii.
What island are you on?
Oahu.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm on Oahu, which is like the main island that Honolulu is on.
Honolulu, yeah. Listen, Mike, thank you so much. That was beautiful. We got to let you go because I got to let myself
thanks,
go.
guys.
Okay. All the best.
Sure.
Thank you, everybody, for this amazing 3-hour experience. What a journey. If you want to continue to hear us prattle on and maybe do a little post-mortem on the morning,
Keep it locked on WOHL.
stand by on the patreon.com/officehours-live for a link. If you're not a member, you're nuts, because guess what? This Sunday, 10 a.m. and then at 4 p.m., I'm going to be right here live playing the new record, Fear of Death, from top to bottom. We're going to get the vinyl and we're going to listen to it together. I'll chat with you. Maybe talk a little bit afterwards too. And we launched the Rock and Roll Gary podcast that people are excited about. Rock and Roll Gary Volume 1, The Who, where Rock and Roll Gary talks about his memories of the Who. The Who.
He remembers.
And rock and roll, it's called Rock and Roll Gary Remembers, correct. And you gave it a listen on your drive.
That's right. It was
Did you have some laughs?
I had many laughs. I actually didn't know some of those Who songs, I think.
Who songs?
Some good cuts in there.
Some deep cuts in there.
Yeah.
Anyways, Vic, do you have anything to add to the conversation?
I just want to thank Mike Love again. I was prepared.
We didn't know what we were. Yeah, we didn't know what that was going to be, and then we were like sitting over here a couple of minutes into it, being like, "This is pretty fucking
super
good."
positive and great, and that must be very tough to have that name. I remember having going to a festival years ago where there was a caricature artist named Jim Davis, and everyone lined up was like, "Are you the guy who makes Garfield?" And it must have been so depressing, but Mike Love took it. The real Mike Love. I'm going to call him the real Mike Love because it's
he
took
really
it
is
as a positive.
My birth name is Bono, and I had to change it. My Christian name.
Bono. All right, Bozo. Here we go. See you guys in less than 5 minutes over in the After Hours community. Thank you again. WOHL will be back one day. Probably not this year, God bless. We'll be back with our regular show next Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific. Enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday, this coming Sunday. Thanks, everyone. Good day. Good day, mates. And goodbye.
I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can. I like having fun. Yes, I like having fun. We meet people who